Hey Soul Tribe, thank you for tuning in. What is the good news coming into your life in July 2026? And what is the best advice for you for July 2026? Hi, I am Diana, Psychic Intuitive, and before you are 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is from the Witch's Tarot, and the associated object is this lion sticker. Pile 2 is from the Green Glyphs Tarot, and the associated object is this Polaroid camera sticker. Pile 3 is from the Aura Tarot, and the associated object is this Rosie the Riveter sticker. Pile 4 is from the Tarot of the Owls, and the associated object is this Raise Your Glass sticker. If you are still undecided, or you would like confirmation, or you would like to choose an additional pile, then let me go ahead and assign your zodiac signs. Be right back. Pile 1 is associated with the sun or rising signs of Gemini, Aries, and Libra. Pile 2 is associated with the sun or rising signs of Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Leo. Pile 3 is associated with the sun or rising signs of Scorpio, Pisces, and Capricorn. Pile 4 is associated with the sun or rising signs of Cancer, Taurus, and Virgo. Pause the video if you have to, make your choice or choices, and I will see you at your reading or readings. Welcome to your reading, Pile 1. Let's move your number over to the left. You chose or ended up with the lion sticker. You chose or ended up with the Gemini zodiac sign, Aries zodiac sign, and Libra zodiac sign. What is the good news coming into your life in July 2026? Also, what is the advice for the energies coming into your life in July 2026? Okay, so let's do a vibe check on you. If you've been looking to get into a position of leadership, then you will be in July 2026. Okay, that you will be taking a leading role at some activity. You will be stepping into a position of leadership, or you will be taking charge in something in the month of July 2026. Okay, you'll be maybe entrusted with the leadership of something. Your ability to lead will be respected and admired and sought after in July 2026 is also what I'm getting. Someone is going to stop being so uncertain, and they're going to take a step forward in your direction. I feel like someone who has been hesitant about you, someone who's been maybe hesitant to choose you, or something like this, they're gonna see you and be inspired to move forward and make a move in your direction. This could be in the dating world. This could be in it could be in an ongoing friendship or some type of situation you've been having with someone, and they're going to maybe step it up and be bolder and braver and come your direction. If you have not had anyone coming at you in a romantic way, I feel like July 2026, there's a very good chance someone's going to be brave and bold, assertive, and move in your direction and ask you out, or say, hey, will you go out on a date with me? I'd love to go out and eat with you somewhere. Or I'm just seeing like a male energy coming through, trying to assert itself in your life in the sense of being brave, not being intimidated, and stepping forward and making their desires known, taking action in your direction. Someone that you've been wanting to take action in direction. It could be someone you already know, or it could be someone you don't know. It could be a stranger, someone you haven't met before. We'll get more information as we go along, hopefully, probably. I feel like something's going to come full circle for you in July 2026, having to do with something you've been dreaming of, something you've been dreaming about. Yeah, some dream you've been having. It feels like it wasn't happening. Something you've been wanting or wishing for had not been happening, and I feel like it's finally going to show itself in a big way in July 2026. It could be you are wanting to be protected during a time of adversity. Perhaps there's something that has made you feel doubt, something that has been hidden from you and you've been wanting to feel more certain about, more secure about, something you've been wanting, maybe some type of adverse circumstance that you've been wanting to feel protected from. And I feel like strong energy is going to come your way to protect you, or make you feel like you have like the gods are answering your prayers. God's answering your prayer, or universe is finally responding to you. And I feel like it's going to be some big show of maybe support in July 2026, or like you're just going to get like multiple of your wish list items fulfilled in July 2026. Like a bunch of people are going to show up for you when it comes to something you've been wanting people to show up for you on. Also getting like that you might be popular or seen, have like a 15 minutes of fame or something like that in July 2026. Lots of people are going to notice something you're doing or notice you. I just feel like you're going to receive a lot of signs in July 2026. Also, for some of y'all, you're going to receive a lot of signs that something major is headed your way. So it might not be like something major is here all of a sudden, but you're going to receive like strong signs. Like, for example, maybe you're wanting your storefront to take off. Perhaps you're selling some objects on Etsy or something. This is just an example. And you're going to maybe get a notification that some item that you've posted at your storefront has received a huge spike in views, and and then there's like some sales, a rush of sales coming in for that item, which is like, maybe this is a new store and it's not quite taken off yet, but you're gonna get like maybe some item in the store is gonna get like a lot of attention and get like a flood of incoming interest and customers, something like this. Okay, there's gonna be some sort of spike that you're gonna see, and it's going to fill you with so much hope for the future and make you feel like this thing's gonna work out. It's gonna be a major taste of what's to come. I feel like there's some kind of a shadow aspect of your life, a shadow element, maybe something that you've been dealing with. Could be internal. I think probably internal. That's been maybe bothering you or holding you back, and I feel like you're going to make some type of big progress when it comes to bringing this shadow element into alignment. All right, so for example, maybe you've been wanting to be better about showing up on time somewhere, or showing up on time to places, and you're going to figure out some things in July that are going to help you understand maybe why you have not been showing up on time to places, and and very like bright ideas on how you can optimize the way you do things in a comfortable way, a way that's comfortable for you, that makes sense, that will cause you to show up on time to multiple places in July 2026, which will be a break from the past, a clear improvement. It could be something like this. Okay, that's just an example, having to do with maybe timing or cycles. If you've been having like issues with your monthly cycle, and this is not for the guys, it's for the ladies. It could be for the guys too. The men have some cyclical hormonal patterns as well. You could look this up. It's very interesting. It's not exactly like a woman's period, but all people have hormonal cycles. And so if you've been having something to do with this, like acne or heavy periods, or I see a clear improvement, some type of symptom that's been bothering you in relation to something cyclical, perhaps having to do with your health or your body, that I see clear improvements coming for you in the month of July 2026. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot card and get an idea of exactly what good news is coming into your life in the month of July 2026. Let's get more information. We have the moon, of course. I feel like someone's gonna be you're gonna make someone feel very disturbed. Okay, I know that doesn't sound like good news right off the bat, but I feel like you're gonna make someone feel very disturbed by something you're doing. You're gonna make some type of change. You're gonna switch up on someone, or something like this, and they're not going to, or perhaps you already switched up on someone. Okay, and they don't understand it. They don't understand you. And it's good news. It's good news because this is someone who had been shady towards you in the past. Someone who was almost kind of like a backstabber. Someone who preferred to wait in the wings or wait in the shadows rather than come out in the light and support you and be your friend and help you during dark times. They prefer to sort of linger in the shadows and look at you and gossip about you and, wait and watch to see your downfall, all that, or prey on you in some type of way. They didn't want to come out and make themselves be known and stand out in the light and say, hey, Pal One, I'm with you. Don't worry, we're gonna do this together. You got my support. They wanted to hold back, and they were not necessarily on your side. Okay, you're gonna be switching up on this person in July 2026, and they're gonna be like mystified as to the way you're moving or the way you've been moving. Okay, so this is gonna be successful for you because this is someone that you really needed to make them feel. They needed, maybe you didn't need it, but they needed to feel this sense of like confusion about you, because they're very cocky. They tend to think they know it all. They know you. They got you figured out. Well, they're not going to be feeling that way in July 2026. Okay, so this is a victory of sorts. It's good news. We're going to get more information about this as we go along. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, I'm going to move this a little higher. I see that you're going to be gathering with friends, Pile One. People, true well-wishers. True well-wishers. People who, in July, you're going to be gathering up with people who will actually like you, who will actually want to be with you, who will actually be glad to see you there. I see like an event, a gathering, and they're just going to love your presence, and they're going to be very happy to be meeting up with you, and it's going to be happening in a very beautiful place. I'm seeing water, maybe at a hotel with a swimming pool, or someone's house with a swimming pool or waterfall feature, maybe on vacation somewhere, Hawaii or something like this. Could be at the beach. That's a possibility. Okay, it may not be that, but it could be just a beautiful garden in the back of someone's home. But with the flowing water, what I'm getting is it's just going to be this beautiful flow of emotions. I see the ice caps melting. Someone had been previously cold to you, or this had been an area where people weren't acting right. They're going to be acting right towards you, July. Okay, there's going to be a celebration of some type, perhaps. Maybe if it's your birthday, Pal One, I see that people will be gathering to celebrate your birthday, or there'll be lots of well wishes from people celebrating your birthday in July. I don't see a Leo here. Interesting. All right, let's keep it moving. I feel like there's someone who's going to feel disturbed by this, though. Someone is going to feel disturbed by how you seem to have friends, people who like you, people who are treating you well. They're going to be disturbed, and I don't know why. I think maybe they had this ambition to turn people against you. I think this person, and it could be someone at this gathering, or someone who's not included in this gathering, something like this, and they're going to be aware that you're having a gatheration in your honor, or that you're partying with others, or maybe there's a birth of a child, or the successful conclusion of a project being celebrated. I don't know what it is, but someone there is going to be disturbed by how nice people are to you, how much people want to connect with you, how much they like you. Maybe because they didn't want to see you included, they wanted to see you treated like a black sheep, or they wanted to see you treated weird, and they're not going to like it. They're going to feel disturbed by it. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. Now, when I'm seeing Power 4 with the Four of Cups, yeah, someone's going to be very dissatisfied with the fact that things are working out successfully for you. Yeah. Someone's going to feel withdrawn. Okay. They're going to feel like, what life is offering them, which is this vision of you being loved, celebrated, being liked, being high-fived and cheered along, is not something they're going to want to see. It's going to disturb them. I don't know why, but there it is. I'm also getting, you might know who this person is, Power One, okay? I'm also getting that this person may be feeling rejected by you. Yeah, I feel like you may not include this person in your gatherings. Perhaps you will go to a party, this is just an example, and you'll be the belle of the ball or the beau of the ball, and you'll be greeting up and talking and chatting everyone up, but you will not be meeting up with them, and you will not be chatting with them, and that will make them feel some type of way. Okay, they're gonna feel rejected. Okay, they're gonna feel rejected because this person will want you to maybe acknowledge them in front of others, and you're not gonna do it, or you're gonna do it very little. Maybe you're gonna give them breadcrumbs, and they're gonna be like, okay, all right, well, whatever. So I don't know what this is, but this is someone who deserves it. We have the Strength card. I'm also getting that in July 2026, you're going to be showing a lot of self-control around food and drink. You're going to be showing a lot of self-control around someone or something that has not been good for you. Okay? You're going to be giving them the cold shoulder. This is going to be a success for you because this person has gotten used to thinking that they will always be included. They will always be liked. And by you, and you're going to start giving the cold shoulder to someone who deserves it. Yeah, this is a good thing. I feel that you will be bringing something powerful under control, Power One. Something or someone powerful. I feel like you'll be taming a beast in your life, and we're going to get more information as we go along. Okay, could be a partner who is very intense, very powerful person, but also a very loving person, someone who's very loyal, who's very protective of you, and you feel a certain love of them, for them. They won't die for some reason, but they're scary. They can be kind of scary, this person, at times, but it feels like in July 2026 this person's gonna be real calm around you, real tame. They're gonna keep their claws and their teeth away from you, but yet they're going to want to remain by your side. They're going to want to be loving towards you. They're going to want to feel love, and you're going to feel loved by them. And I feel like when I see tame, I see rules being followed. Okay, when we think tame, like with an animal, we think of an animal or pet that's been successfully tamed. It doesn't want to do the thing you don't like. Okay, it wants to do only the thing you like, and not the things you don't like. And so I'm getting that. I'm getting that this is something that they're not going to be interested in doing, is to hurt you. And this is going to be because of your efforts, where you showed boldness, you showed strength, and they're going to be like just wanting to be good around you. And it's going to be because you stood your ground, you persevered, you showed internal strength, and you did not let my puppy's here with me. Her name is Lulu. And she's my beautiful Maltese Chihuahua, and she's going to be hanging out with us today. Please bear with me and her little noises. But what I'm seeing here for you, Power One, is that you are you're going to be able to bring some powerful energies in your life under control. And we're going to get more information, more specifics. Okay, next we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I'm telling you, someone was messing with your energy. And in the month of July 2026, they're going to feel backstabbed. They're going to feel condemned by a group of people for the way they treated you. Okay, that's a specific story for some of y'all. Okay. That's a specific message for some of y'all. I feel like they're going to feel like, oof, Or so many people will be like, I don't agree with you, what you did to Power One. No, I don't agree. No, I disagree. No, you were wrong for that. No, and all that. And so they're going to feel, the message is going to be very clear to them, Power One, that, the days of them maybe bullying you, or the days of them maybe trying some mess with you, are clearly over. And if they try it, There's someone watching them. The eyes are on them now. Eyes are on them. So if they dare to get up and try the shenanigans again, they'll be spotted, they'll be seen, and they'll be put down. Okay? So I do feel like maybe someone was being stubborn with you in the past, or you were dealing with a stubborn situation. That it's going to be really clear in the month of July 2026 that is coming to an end. That is done with. Okay? Something horrible kept happening. Maybe someone kept treating you in a horrible manner, or treating you and yours in a horrible manner, or something kept going wrong, maybe with your health, or maybe your finances, or it could apply to any aspect, but something that kept happening. And you're going to see in July 2026, it's almost like that scenario is going to come up, but the misbehavior is not going to occur. It's going to be done. Okay? I know. It's hard to believe sometimes when something keeps replaying itself in our lives. You know, I think a part of us gets used to, well, I guess this is my lot and this will always be happening. But sometimes it stops. Sometimes it ends. Sometimes it's done. And July 2026 is going to be such a month for you where something horrible that kept happening, perhaps having to do with relationships, will come to an end. Perhaps having to do with your health or your emotions will be done with. Okay? I feel like if it's a person, it's like eyes are on this person and their behavior. Eyes are on them. All right. We're getting the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to be finally included. In July 2026, you can be included. You'll be included. It's possible that maybe you were the one being rejected by a group. And finally, in July 2026, you will be accepted into that group. Or maybe there's a group that you kept trying to be a part of, and maybe that group will finally accept you. That's a specific message for a few of y'all. Or it could be that you will finally find a group that accepts you, and it's going to be fantastic. Power 1. In July 2026, this group is going to be like so nice to you. You might get hired into a company. You might get hired. You might get accepted into a very stable and wealthy family. Maybe this family was resisting accepting you. Maybe you married into a family, but they were not accepting you. They were throwing you shade. They didn't want to be nice. And it put you off. But I feel like finally, because of how strong you've been, the internal strength you have shown, they'll realize that they're starting to look like idiots. They'll realize that they're starting to look like evil people. And they'll stop doing it because they don't want to be viewed as evil people. They'll run out of excuses on why is it that they're mistreating you like this? Why is it that they've been throwing you shade like this? The excuses will be done, and they'll realize that if they continue, they will be viewed as evil, and they could run the risk of being rejected from the group themselves. So they need to behave and treat you correctly so that they can maintain their standing and remain in the fold, as part of the fold. Because what they want in this group is harmony. Okay, they want security. They want family disputes to be settled. They want tradition to continue. They want the smooth continuation of traditions and transference of traditions. And they're not going to want any more of these shenanigans. It's all going to come to an end. Okay, July 2026, you're not going to even smell a hint of it. All you're going to see is maybe the worst of them is going to be kind of surly. The worst of the people that didn't want you or that caused you a lot of trouble, they might be a bit surly around you or in that party or in that group. And because, you know, what they wanted to see happen for you, which was to be rejected, which was to be shunned, is not going to be happening. And so they're going to be having some type of attitude. So that's some straight BS, but they're going to be hurting. They're going to be hurting over it. They're going to be hurting. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards to get more information about the good news coming to you in July 2026. Be right back. Okay, so we have underdog. Oh my goodness, exactly. Yeah, underestimated and overlooked. So, Pile 1, what I'm seeing for you in July 2026 is that there is a situation you've been dealing with where you've been underestimated and overlooked. And I feel like Someone wanted to see you remain the underdog. They did. They wanted you to, and this is from your past, but what's going to end up happening is you're going to be showing them up, okay? I feel like this person expected you to lose. This person expected you to lose a game or lose a fight or some type of struggle you've been having. And they're going to be dismayed, shocked, afraid, and have a lot of anxiety. And they're going to be confused too as to how it is that you're winning. You're going to be winning, part one, in some type of major way. Okay? If you've been having some type of struggle, financial, career, I don't know what it is. Maybe your relationship, maybe your health. You're going to come back strong in July. And it could be it could be a situation that has had you very confused, a situation that's had you feeling like, I don't even know, like, why this is happening to me. Why is it happening like this? Why am I struggling like this? In July, you're going to go from underdog to a freaking superhero. Okay? You're going to show up in flying colors. And if someone was expecting you to be the underdog, they're going to be confused at the way you are rising to the occasion and you are actually winning. Okay, they're not going to expect it. They're not going to expect it. I feel like you're not going to expect it too. In some of y'all's situations, you're not even going to expect it. But you're going to find in July that you're winning, that you're being viewed as a hero, that the thing you thought you wouldn't get because maybe you were deficient or you thought you were deficient in some type of way, something like this, you're going to be getting it. Okay, so we'll get more information as we go, get more clarity as we go. And get more clarity as we go. We have Dollhouse. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be visiting someone or going to go someplace, maybe a hotel, or visiting in someone's house, like big granny's house, or maybe like a bed and breakfast, or I'm getting like vacation vibes, or like a visit where you're gonna be hanging out with people, and maybe your childhood home, and yeah, I'm just getting like, it's just, you're going to be so happy there. You're going to be really, there's going to be a gatheration, a happy meetup, and just good memories are going to be getting made, and you're going to be just feeling really good and celebrating your success with others. Okay? You're going to be celebrating your success with others. That is the truth. And so let me keep going here and get more information. You got Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. I do feel like you have been having some type of struggle, especially when it comes to maybe you were making offers to people or making offers to someone, and it feels like maybe there was a bunch of rejection that had been going on. You've been feeling pretty rejected. That's possible. And I feel like finally in July, you're going to, or your offer is going to be accepted and someone's going to commit to you. Or perhaps you have been wanting something to happen for yourself, but you kept getting a bunch of no's. And what's going to happen is you're going to finally receive a yes. Okay, and a strong yes, like not only, yeah, sure, but oh my gosh, yes, absolutely, like that. So you're going to receive some type of very strong confirmation or affirmation of who you are, what you have to offer, what you're about. There's going to be a strong commitment that's going to be going in July 2026. Could be a relationship, could be business, where you're feeling like maybe you've been feeling rejected by this person or rejected by the situation, and finally you're going to feel a sense like they're owning you, they want you, they want to be in cahoots with you, and they want to be affiliated with you. Okay, you may get a commitment or a contract. This kind of energy is coming through. Let's move on. We're getting Manaz, which is the Elder Futhark rune card. I'm also getting, like, in July, Pile 1 in July, there is this idea that you're going to be strong. You're going to be strong. Yeah, definitely. You're going to be strong when it comes to turning your back on someone. I'm getting that message again here. You know, manas represents humanity. You know, the collective, or the potential of the collective, the human spirit, it says here. You're going to be strong. I mean, you're going to be unbelievably strong, powerful when it comes to standing your ground on something, or turning your back on something, or being resolved in something. And I'm hoping to get more information. Now, I will be getting more information on this and get greater clarity. Next, we have tea tree. Binding. Yeah. Some hater, some negative situation in your life, you will have succeeded in binding it successfully. Being like, you know, I'm getting like, you know, we know what it's like to be hogtied. You know, when they tie someone like an animal's hands, like maybe you know, when they go hunting and they bring home like a pig, or I'm sorry if you're a vegetarian and you don't want to hear this, but one of the practices when they go hunting, sometimes they'll tie the legs, tie the feet, you know, tie everything and restrict and bind the animal, or there's some kind of like animal that's been, you know, eating the livestock or eating the, you know, they find a way to sort of restrict this animal. Or, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you guys watch these, sometimes I watch these police cases where someone starts acting up, and you know, and then they get really bad, like they'll spit in the officer's face or kick the officer or whatever, and then they end up hog tying the person. It can be really funny when it happens in front of their house, because then the whole neighborhood comes out and they're staring at them while the police is like binding and gagging them and dragging them off into the car. It's really embarrassing. I feel embarrassment for them. But I'm just getting this feeling like someone's going to be bound and gagged. Not you, Pal One. Because of the way they acted towards you. Okay? It's like, I feel like, an example of this is, maybe there was a family member, like a cousin, in like a family gathering you'll go to, and this cousin just always liked to be on your shit, you know, always liked, you know, saying something nasty at you, always doing something, always being like this, always being weird, always being hostile, always ostracizing you, always acting like you're not important, others are, you know, throwing you shade, causing trouble. Okay? And that person is going to be like, their hands are going to be tied, their mouth is going to be taped up, maybe not literally, but the people would have just told them repeatedly, stop, people that they want, people whose respect that they want in this group. Okay, so it could be a co-worker, I don't know, but it could be, you know, their superiors told them, their co-workers told them, everybody told them, you know, uncle told them, auntie told them, grandpa told them, everybody told them, stop being like this, stop it. And so they're not going to be saying a word to you at the meetup or the family meeting or group or party or whatever, or at work. They're just going to stop. You're going to see them, you're going to walk past them, and they're just going to be looking at the floor, or they're just going to be looking, you know, like, you know, it could be an animal too, it could be a pet. Getting like pet vibes for some reason. Maybe you have a pet that's been acting up. Finally, it's like you're going to find a way to control them. Maybe you're going to do animal obedience training, or find something to help put them in control. And they're going to be a lot more controlled. They're going to stop bucking you or stop being wild and uncontrolled. They're going to behave more. Okay? Something like this. It could also just be a situation in your life where you kept feeling rejected. You may have done some type of like affirmations, magical work, spell work, prayers, whatever it is, whatchamacallit, visualizations, you know, whatever it is, to sort of stop this from happening. And it's going to be effective. It's going to be working in July 2026. Okay? I feel like it's very mental in nature. It could be words, thoughts. The attack could be coming in the form of words, thoughts, concepts, ideas, or just repeated trials of anything, of a project that kept not working out, or someone that kept doing something wrong, it's all going to be nullified and restricted and restrained and bound. Okay, so that's good news for you. We have spiritual mastery. I walk the path of spiritual mastery, actualizing the limitless power, wisdom, and love that reside within me. Pile 1, I'm telling you that this person or this energy did not want you to be accepted, did not want you to be accepted into the fold, did not want you to be liked, loved, and respected. This energy, it could be internal, it could be external, did not want you to be wealthy. Yeah, they wanted to keep you a legacy away from you, keep a certain inheritance away from you. They wanted everybody else to get this sort of generosity while you didn't get it. They had an agenda out against you, and I don't fully understand why. Perhaps you do, Power 1. But it's like in July 2026, your spiritual energy is going to thoroughly overcome this person, thoroughly overcome this situation. Okay? Thoroughly overcome it. Money's going to be coming your way. Okay, you're going to be included. You're going to be given bonuses. You're going to be paid well. And it's all going to be starting from the spiritual. Your internal strength, power, is going to belie your looks. It's going to belie your body. It's going to be greater than what people would expect. Okay, people would think, oh, poor, in the past, maybe people thought, poor Power 1, not being accepted, always being rejected. You know, things that struggle keeps happening. You know, we don't know what's going on with that. Da, 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 da. You know, and look how small they are, and how maybe no one's rushing to their side or whatever. That story is going to flip on its head in July 2026. People are going to see, well, most importantly, you're going to see, Power 1, that you're accepted, that your power is seen and respected, and is no longer going to be contested. Okay, in some very key ways. All right, in a major way too. Like, you know, when it comes to like your clout within a group, someone's going to stop trying you. And if they try you, they're going to understand why you're a superhero. Don't worry. But I just get the feeling they're going to stop. They're just going to be like, oh my God, I need to just stop. They're just going to play nice, or if they're unable to play nice, they'll just look at the floor, stare at the floor when you're there, instead of running their mouth or doing something rude or trying to show you up or trying to, they're going to see your power, your strength. Look, you're going to have the superhero cape. Look, you're radiating spiritual mastery, power. You're going to be showing your awesomeness, your resourcefulness. You're not afraid of the beast. And they're going to just be staring at the floor in shame, because they know that if they continue with any digs, any weirdness, the group will reject them. They will not hear the end of it. They will not. So you're winning there in July 2026. Next we have campfire. Some of y'all may go camping. You're going to enjoy your time in the forest or at some, you know, exotic locale or in nature. You're going to enjoy yourself. And maybe this is something you really love doing, something out in nature. Maybe you'll go on treks, or, you know, you're just going to have a good time out in nature. Also getting like, I'm telling you that, you know, something that you wanted to get going, that you had struggled to get going, the fires will finally be roaring and raging on this thing. There's a fire you wanted to get going. You know, you kept trying to get this wood to light, to get this bonfire to light, and it's going to be not only lit in July 2026, it's going to be just raging, burning high towards the sky. Okay, so this could be a situation where you weren't winning. You just weren't winning in some aspect of your life. You kept failing and failing and failing. And in Power 1, and in July, Power 1, your flag is going to be flying high. Your cape is going to be there. Your muscles are going to be rippling. You're going to be standing strong. And this business or this thing you wanted to get going is going to just be alive and full throttle. Good energy, right? Your vitality is going to be strong. I'm getting that your body's going to be strong. You're going to have lots of energy. And the thing you're passionate about will finally be on for you. On. Okay. Next we're getting water. Yeah, definitely some watery locale. Some watery location. Perhaps you'll be going to an aquarium, or going to SeaWorld, or going somewhere where there's a lot of water, or a river, or a lake, or a beach. or where there's a waterfall. Hang out with family or friends. You're going to be enjoying yourself, Pile 1. You'll be enjoying. There's somewhere beautiful you're going to be going, where you get to see the beauty of nature in full display. You're going to love it. And that's going to be July 2026. This is the good news coming into your life. Also getting like that you're going to be feeling good too. Feeling really good. Freaking good. And it's, you know, maybe your home too. I feel like if there's a home project you've been working on, your house is going to be in good order, in good repair. Things are going to be taken care of. If there was like maybe a corner of a window, you know, downstairs or in your house that needed fixing or whatever, that's going to be fixed. You know, maybe there was a paint, your door needs to be repainted. It's going to be repainted. If there's someone in your house you are needing the help of others to come help you do some type of project and fix it, they'll be there. They'll do it. It will be successfully concluded and the place will look beautiful. That's a specific message for some of y'all. July 2026. There's some type of house project you wanted to get going. Maybe buying a house, maybe getting a house, maybe repairing a house, or getting a home. Could be an apartment, could be a townhome. Maybe there will be a place you'll finally get access to. Okay, we got journey. Yeah, you're going on some type of trip for sure. Look at that. Look at the luggage. You're going on some type of trip, Pile 1. You're going to go visit someone, go somewhere. And even if you're not planning to, you might be surprised. You might get invited. You might get invited somewhere. Someone's going to say, hey, I really want you to be here. Please come. And you're going to go. Or perhaps there's going to be a visit. That's possible from someone who really wants to be with you, who really likes you. This is from the Gypsy card. Gypsy cards. I see progress being made in some type of relationship, or it could be business or romantic. Some type of progress. It could be a friendship. Things are going to be moving along. The friendship is going to go from apathetic, don't really care, to enthusiastic, to it's flying, honey. Progress is being made. And you may be going on a trip with a friend somewhere, or family member somewhere. We have receive. Wow. I do see a trip is very strongly featured here, guys. I know I keep sounding like a broken record here, but you are going to be going on some type of trip. It might be on the other side of the world. Perhaps you'll be given a trip. Okay, maybe someone will buy the tickets for you, or someone will sponsor your trip somewhere, or something like this, and they're gonna say, just come be with us, and you'll be given a trip. You know, says you'll be receiving something. I also feel like the world's gonna be yours, Pile 1, in some key way. I see that you're not going to be intimidated by someone. There's someone or something that you maybe used to be intimidated by, possibly, or it's been a journey trying to. Oh my gosh, a lion and a lion. Yeah, you're going to be brave about something. Yeah, look, the lion is featured very strongly in your reading here. You're going to be very brave. Yeah. I also see a pet. I see dogs. I see a pet being featured here. A pet that you will love. A pet that will thrive and do better under your care. Also seeing that you being internally strong in a certain situation. I feel like you walked away from a certain situation, and as a result you're going to be getting exactly what you want in July. Perhaps there's going to be a successful conclusion to you having walked away from a situation that was not good for you, and in July 2026 you're going to be receiving some type of reward for it. Maybe you wanted to relocate, and so you'll be getting to relocate. Maybe that's what you wanted, and so that's what you'll be getting. Or maybe there's a part of the world you wanted to be working in or visiting, and you'll be visiting there. Interesting. All right, let's keep it moving. We got bonfire. Oh my god, did I not just say bonfire? Where did we see? We saw a fire somewhere. Right, campfire. I actually used the word bonfire. We're getting bonfire here again. So, Pile 1, something's gonna be raging for you. Something's gonna be raging. When I mean that in a good way. I'm getting Pile 1. Okay, so there's another message coming through here. There is a shady situation you had been dealing with in the past where something keeps not going right, and you will know what this is. It's an aspect in your life already existing, okay, from the past. It keeps not going right, but I feel like finally you're going to get some type of control over this situation, okay? This phase where something keeps not going right is going to be successfully bound and restricted. And you know, your machisma, it's going to be flying high, Pawan, okay? You know, the pot's going to be cooking. Something's going to finally start cooking. Maybe something you wanted to get off the ground, you know, it's been delayed, it's been weird, it's been murky, it's been like a non-starter, and it's going to start getting like a lot of energy going. And July is not going to be, oh, we'll start to see some sparks in it, in this thing that wasn't working. We're going to be seeing like it's going to be flowing, pouring, burning, boiling, you know, whatever this thing is. It could be a project you're trying to get off the ground. It could be some effort that you're trying to make happen for yourself is going to start finally taking off, and just, you know, activity going. I'm seeing energy. I'm seeing, you know, not, you know, going from not starting, you not understanding what's happening, repeated trials not taking off, and then all of a sudden we've got, you know, ignition, lift off, blast off, right? And this thing is going. Okay, so take that as you will. I can maybe pull a tarot card to get more. Let me just pull a tarot card to get specifics on this, okay? Spirit guides, what is this row here trying to tell us about good news coming in July 2026 for pile 1? What is this first row 1 trying to tell us about what is coming in July 2026? Right, some losses you suffered. You got the 7 of Swords, the Page of Wands. Perhaps some losses you suffered when it comes to your looks. That's what I'm getting for this, okay? Or some losses you suffered when it comes to turning a hobby of yours into a business. Okay? Maybe someone stole from you. Okay? Could be someone or something stole from you. Or someone or something was avoiding you. And I see that they're finally going to be interested in you. You're going to be interesting. Or they're going to be interested in you. Okay? That's the kind of energy I'm seeing coming through on that one. Let's get an interpretation here. Let's get more information on pile, on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Row 5. Spirit guides, what is this row 5 here trying to tell us about good news coming into pile 1's life in July 2026? Oh my goodness. Okay, that one flew out. Multiple. I'm also getting this one and this one. I like to get as much information as possible. Okay, wow. Yeah, so definitely had to do with someone being very rude to you. Someone who was not... someone who was being very blunt with you. Kind of cold. And okay, having to do with your ambition too. That's possible. Maybe you weren't treated right when it comes to your ambitions. I see that you're going to be getting loved instead of being treated in a rude way. Someone caustic, someone who runs their mouth, like I kind of picked up on earlier. That energy's coming through. They're going to be saying loving things to you, or you're going to be maybe not from them but from other people. So the tides are going to turn. Yeah, at an event. Some kind of party, some kind of gathering. It looks like you might actually, there might be, wherever you all are going, there might be a bonfire or fire that takes place. That's a prediction. Maybe on the beach or a campsite, and it's just going to be a really good time. You're going to be loved. You're going to enjoy it. This is a situation where someone was formerly butting heads with you, competing with you, conflicting with you. I feel like this person's going to be bound and gagged. And, you know, it's just going to be good things, good feelings. You're going to be loved. You're going to be celebrated. Yeah, this is going to flip. This sort of conflicting energy. The 5 of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Someone coming at you, talking crap, talking trash, competing with you. It could be just also a situation where you have strong ambitions, but there's a lot of competition in that field. And I see that you are getting rejected a lot, and I see that finally you find a safe haven, someone who's going to take you in, someone who's going to be like, celebrating you. You're going to be celebrated rather than rejected or talked rude to. That's going to be changing. Yeah, some of this yucky energy is going to be coming to an end. This yucky energy of competition, dealing with people who are rude, cold. They're not, they quote unquote think they're smart, and they are smart, but they don't know. They're not wise. Okay, so maybe they're not treating you correctly. The wise thing would be to accept you. The wise thing would be to treat you correctly, but they're so smarty pants or whatever, so they're not seeing the big picture. They're just very direct. They're kind of like short-sighted. They're not smart as they think they are. Okay, they're clever, but they're not brilliant. They're not a mastermind. Okay, they're not a genius like that, whoever this person is. But I feel like this is going to reverse or flip, and you're going to be celebrated. I feel like I'm getting family vibes on this one, guys. It says here, home, sing and dance, safe haven. So you might be going home to your family home, and people, some snarky person is going to shut their mouth and stop competing with you and battling with you because it was stupid to do so. And it's just going to be nothing but loving energies, good vibes, that kind of thing. Okay, let's get your last oracle card on this. Good news coming into your life. You got traffic cone, caution. Yeah, I keep getting it. I'm telling you, there's this vibe like, there's going to be a traffic cone put around you, Power One. People are going to be, as they approach, they're going to be like, okay, wait, we're coming up on Power One. We need to watch how we do things around Power One. We need to watch how Power One is being handled. No longer are people going to be just trampling on you, walking past you as if they don't see you, not respecting you, not paying you mind, not realizing they need to be careful with you. They will be careful with you, Power One. They're going to respect you. They're going to realize that you have an inner fire, an inner glow. They cannot be ignored, disrespected, or dismissed. Okay? So they're going to be cautious around you. They're going to be inclusive of you. You're going to have your position and your place within this company or family or group, whatever it is, and you're going to be respected. And I'm getting respect and just fear too. You're going to be feared. Not like feared like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die or something, but just the consequences of the people are going to be afraid, or someone's going to be afraid of the consequences if they don't handle you correctly. Okay, let me go ahead and put these, let me debulk this spread, and we're going to move into your advice pile. We're going to move into the advice for July 2026. I did have someone say something about wanting to hear about bad news, and I got that feedback from one of my viewers. I'm not going to be sharing bad news, okay? I just don't believe that I should be using my psychic powers to predict bad news, because I don't want to pull in bad energy for anybody, okay? Or emphasize it in your life, or call it more into existence. So instead, I'm going to focus on challenges, that may be coming your way, and what the advice is going to be for the month of July 2026. We have the Page of Cups as your first challenge. We're going to pull a card on 3 challenges. This is the first challenge. There's some type of immature energy that's you're going to be dealing with. Maybe an immaturity within you, or maturity in someone else, or it could be a child that you're dealing with. Could also be some type of a challenge when it comes to a new relationship. Okay, maybe someone who's sensitive, a new relationship or new love of yours. In July 2026, maybe you have someone new in your life, or you will have someone sensitive that you're dealing with, or someone immature, or this could be within yourself. I'm not sure what that's about specifically, but I feel like you're being given sort of a heads up about this. Maybe how to keep your child safe around the water or something. I don't know. There's just a lot of something to have to do with youthful energy. Okay, is coming through. And here's the advice. We got time for a deep dive. Look at that. We got an ocean. Okay. And deep dive. Okay. So I see that, yeah, you are dealing with someone who's sensitive. Okay. And the advice you're going to be given is don't run. Don't run from this situation. Okay. It could be you. Maybe you'll be feeling a bit sensitive. It's time for you to, I'm getting with a swan, from a swan, a duckling to a swan, right? Or, this is a full grown adult swan, right? And I think you're being urged, the advice is, if it's you that's being sensitive, is look inside of yourself and try to figure out why you're being sensitive, right? Don't just always look to the outside as to that being the cause. Look inside of you. Why are you being sensitive to this? This is what I heard. Grow up. I'm so sorry, Paul 1. That's spirit speaking. There's some way you need to grow up when it comes to your emotions. Maybe there is an aspect of your life you've been dealing with where you're feeling sensitive about something, and the message is, it's actually, the reason you've been feeling sensitive about this thing is that it's Spirit's way of trying to alert you that you need to grow up in that aspect. That's why you've been feeling hurt or sensitive about it. Or, it's an immaturity that needs to mature. I'm also getting that you may need to do a deep dive into yourself to figure out exactly what's going on there. It's time to, don't run from when you feel sensitive about something. Look within, go deeper. Okay, don't just say, oh my God, this sucks, I hate this, and try to run away from it. Go in, not out, and say, why am I feeling like this? What's going on? And you'll be surprised by the answer that you get. It's going to be a gentle answer. There's something gentle that needs to happen that you need to do with yourself. Perhaps you're being hard on yourself. Okay, if this is someone else's sensitivity, I'm getting, don't run away from them. Okay, I'm getting that. Look deeper. Don't say someone's just being sensitive. They're just being sensitive. Look deeper as to what's going on there. There's more information than meets the eye. We have number 27, loneliness. Oh. If someone being sensitive around you, it could be that they're feeling lonely. It could be that this person doesn't have a lot of friends. They see other people having lots of connections. Or maybe this person needs your company more. Maybe they feel like you're avoidant of them and you don't spend enough time with them. Okay, could be a child that wants more of your attention, more of your affection. It could be someone you're in a relationship with. Could be an adult who maybe the reason they cry, the reason they get upset is because you're not around them much. You don't spend time with them like you should. Maybe this is something that would benefit them, help them feel better. This is about keeping them company, or maybe spend more time with this person. It could also be that maybe the reason you've been feeling sensitive about something in July 2026, the advice is going to be get some friends, hang out with your friends more, hang out with more people. You maybe don't have enough social support, and so you need to reach out and connect with others. Maybe that's what's going to be happening, is you're going to be connecting with others, going to this event. So that, July 2026, the good news is maybe the answer is already there. You're going to be connecting with family, connecting with other people, connecting with friends, visiting. So that's very interesting. All right, so let's move on to your second challenge for the month of July 2026. We have the Three of Pentacles. This could have to do with your career. Some type of career, some kind of concern about your career you've been dealing with, that you've been having some type of challenge in dealing with. Okay, and that's going to come up, or that you've been dealing with ongoing. Okay, already ongoing. There's some type of and I feel like these challenges are going to be challenges that are continuing over from past months. Maybe it's new. If you don't recognize the issue, then it might be new in the month of July, a new challenge. But if it's seems like, oh yeah, I've been dealing with that, then this is how you'll be dealing with it. Then the advice I'm going to be giving you here is how you'll be dealing with that challenge in July. Or maybe now, right? If you're watching it before July begins. But I usually try to do the July predictions, good news readings right before July begins. So this is very relevant information. I'm getting that, yeah, it could have to do, it could also have to do with teamwork, right? Perhaps there are people that you are working with who have been giving you trouble, who have not been maybe coming together to work with you on something, or maybe you've been feeling like your work has not been the quality that you would like to see it be, or maybe someone's working for you and they're not giving you quality work, or something to do with working with others, or something to do with the quality of your work, or yeah, teamwork. Let's get some advice. We have the moon. What if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? Oh, duality, hidden gem, secret power. Part one, perhaps you've been having a hard time working with others. Perhaps you feel like every time you try to work with people, or maybe find something to do in your career, you know, it's not gelling, it's not meshing well. And it has to do with the fact that you're very unique. You're not dumb, Part one, okay? You're not lacking in skill. You're brilliant, okay? You are brilliant. That's what Spirit wants you to know. You are very intelligent, but you're also kind of like esoteric, meaning, you know, hidden, right? You're not for everyone, okay? This is part of what's going on, is that you're brilliant, but you're not for everyone. So don't take this, the way the cohesion's not been happening, mesh, or working well with others has not been happening. Don't take that personally, like you suck or you're lacking. It's in fact, you're not. You're very brilliant, but you're brilliant in a very unique way, in a very hidden kind of way. Okay, that's one message. Another message is, maybe if you're trying to get some type of project going, it's not working, it's not coming together well. Perhaps there's something that you've hidden within you that you could bring to the surface to help you with this situation. There's a hidden part of yourself that you keep away from your work. You need to bring it out at your work. It's going to help you greatly. That's one message. Another message coming through. Next, we're having Water Horse, a path to independence. Wow. Okay. So I'm getting like, if there's some people that you've been wanting to work with and it's not working out, perhaps you need to work on your own because you're so unique. You need to do independent projects. Work for yourself, by yourself. Perhaps you'll find more success there because you're so unique. You're so singular. You're not like the rest at all. You really stand out, Power One. You're very, very original. And so it could be that you need to, where you will thrive is maybe just kind of step away from these people that are doing something together and do it on your own. It might not be work related. It might be a friend group. Maybe there's a friend group you've been dealing with. It's not working out very well because you're strange to them. And it might be okay for you to just strike out on your own and do something on your own for a time, at least for a time, right? Honor perhaps this is universe's way of trying to tell you, hey, you're an independent. Enjoy it. You're going to get so much joy and happiness. See, with the sun, optimism, positivity, that this is what actually works for you, Power One, is striking out on your own. It says a path to independence. Or maybe there's a group you're working with and spirit guides are saying, the reason it's not working is because you're very different and perhaps you need to go find another group to work with. You don't have to keep forcing it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that it's not a good match, right? That's another message coming through. Okay, you need to go find a group or strike out on your own, and thereby and spend time by yourself because you actually do really well on your own. You're one of those types, Power One. Or if you're really longing for a group, look for another group. Okay, it could be that. Or another message is if your instincts are telling you need to press on with this group, then be more yourself in this group. Don't hide it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. What if your strangeness is actually your brilliance? Be yourself more, and this will make you look sharper, more brilliant. And they might be like, gosh, Power One is strange, but wait a minute. What, this thing they did here, I get it. Oh my gosh, I would never have thought of doing it this way. So you may have something of value to bring to this group because of how unique or different you are. Okay, interesting. All right, let's go ahead and move on. This got to do with your career or friend group. Third challenge number 3, and the final one, we have death. So there's some type of major transformation or transition coming into your life. Power One, perhaps you've already been dealing with it, like I said, already been dealing with it. And in July, and perhaps you're going to be having a hard time accepting this change. You may be having a fear of change or feeling like something is stagnated for you. Okay, something stagnated, something major. Okay, it's not going to be a minor matter. Maybe it's something you needed to move on from, but you just haven't been able to do it, or don't know how, you're kind of stuck, don't know how to do it, or there's some type of major change that has occurred and you're having a hard time adjusting to it. Okay. Let me see. Maybe you've been receiving less of something. Maybe you used to receive more, and now you're receiving less of something, and you'll be maybe having a hard time adjusting to that, or maybe it's just a fact that something has changed and you're going to be given advice on how to deal with this receiving less, right? We have a chaotic life is the result of chaotic choices. So it might need that you need to tighten things up a little bit more. Tighten things up a little bit more. And that may already be happening. So these changes are almost like they're being forced on you. And so having to do with resources maybe, or having to do with being maybe exiled or rejected from a group or something, or just doing without in some type of way. Alafia, which is a chaotic life as a result of the advice that goes with it. Alafia means like good, your well-being, okay, in Yoruba language. It says a chaotic life is a result of chaotic choices, okay. So here's what I'm getting, pile 1, is that you need to tighten up your game a little bit more, July. Yeah, you might need to work on a budget, or you might need to take what you have learned from the situation where a change has sort of been forced upon you that you cannot deny or ignore, having to do with resources, or having to do with being, losing out on something, or being no longer having access to something. You just need to create a more orderly situation for yourself, and that will help a lot. It says here, your quest is not yet complete. You're also being told and reassured, hey, this is not the end of the story though. Okay, this is not the end of the story by far for you. Okay, if you've lost out on some type of resource or lost access to something that was of value, it's not done. You're gonna maybe regain access to another thing of value, or more money is going to be coming down the pipeline for you. So don't worry. Okay, it's not done yet. Just for the meantime, just tighten up. Maybe let's, for example, you used to get paid a lot more, and so maybe you were a little bit more relaxed in your spending, and now that you're making less, okay, this is just an example, okay, maybe what you need to do is get on a budget, a bit of a stricter budget, and just for the time being, and it's always good, no matter whether you're making a lot or a little, to always have a budget, to be fair. But it just feels like you might need to rein it in a little bit, and it's like you'll be standing guard and keeping yourself protected. Your well-being will be protected until more comes in. More will be coming in, definitely. Okay, there's something you need to accomplish in this life, and there's more. This is just, it's an ebb and a flow, right? And so you're going to be regaining access to something else, or there's going to be more money coming in the future, something like this. Okay, so just sit tight and tighten up in the meantime. And that's what I see in the cards for you, pile 1, as far as the good news and advice coming into your life in the month of July 2026. I hope you enjoyed this reading and found it valuable. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. If you value this reading and you would like to find a way to support this channel or this community, then something you can do is push the hype button, or join and get a membership, which comes with certain benefits like early access to videos whenever they're ready, early, and also access to a members only library. Thank you so much. Take very good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye! Welcome to your reading, pile 2. So what is the good news and advice for you in July 2026? Let's move your number over to the left. And you chose or ended up with the Polaroid camera sticker. You chose or ended up with Sagittarius sign, zodiac sign, Aquarius, and Leo. Okay. Alright, so let me do a vibe check on you as far as what's the good news coming into your life in July 2026. I'm hearing paparazzi, you know. I think you're gonna get a bit famous in July 2026, pal, too. Lots of people are gonna want to sort of do screenshots of something that you're making, or you know, you're gonna be seen a lot by a lot of people, maybe even strangers or like tourists or sightseers. It could be that something that you do or make is going to be on display. A lot of people are going to find it very interesting and are going to take pictures of it. I see your work being propagated or shared with others. I'm getting like, yeah. Okay. I'm also getting that you're going to be looking really good in July 2026, pal, too. You're going to be looking picture perfect. Very nice looking. I'm getting like, I don't know, just dressing well, looking like a model, male or female model, just looking sharp and looking hot, sexy, that kind of thing. I'm also getting that you might go sightseeing in July 2026. You might be visiting some type of touristy location. That's possible. I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of very nice things in July 2026. Like feast for the eyes kind of situation going on. You may you may be on a podcast or a video, or you may make it onto some sort of publication or something. Something memorable is going to be happening to you in July 2026. Something you're not going to forget. I'm hearing, take a picture, it'll last longer. You know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger quote from a movie. I used to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was like a big time, when he was really big in the movies. He used to be real popular. That was his heyday. 80s, 90s movies, you know, like Terminator and Kindergarten Cop and all this. You know, I think it was in Kindergarten Cop where he said, take a picture, it'll last longer, you know, in his Austrian accent. But I'm just getting like, people are going to want to like be getting, you know, there's something you're doing is going to be very eye-catching. People are not going to be able to take their eyes off of it or take their eyes off of you. Interesting. Okay. What else? You're going to be very successful when it comes to money dealings in July 2026, pile 2. You're going to have prosperity. Yeah, you're going to have money coming in. Something you haven't been investing in or been working on is going to be thriving. It's going to be thriving and growing. You'll be successful. I'm also getting like emotional healing in July 2026 too, for some of you. Perhaps there's something that's been bothering you, something you saw, something you dealt with, and in July you're going to be feeling like, you know, finally, like you're finally healing from the trauma of it, whatever it was. Okay, so whatever you dealt with. But yeah, I'm seeing growth, I'm seeing money, I'm seeing good health too. Maybe you'll be eating lots of salads or vegetables or grains or just whatever it is you've been doing, because health usually doesn't just appear all of a sudden. It's usually a result of past efforts, right? So I feel like your body is going to be very healthy. You don't have to worry about your health. That's a message coming through July 2026. There's going to be improvements in your health, or you know, maybe you've had some type of health concern. You're going to be seeing an improvement there in that regard. Also feeling like you'll be feeling very stable financially in 2026 July, because I almost feel like you may have had concerns about this in the past. Like, I don't know, is my, you know, financial future going to be looking okay? Yeah, July for sure, at least. You're going to be looking really good in July, pile 2. Abundance. You're going to be abundant in July. Yes, you're going to be more abundant than you expected anyway. I feel like if you have a green thumb, pile 2, perhaps you've been growing things, you're going to get like a good harvest in July. You're going to see your plants growing. Maybe you've been worried about your garden, something's not taking root or whatever. It's going to be thriving. You're going to be seeing things growing in your garden. You're going to feel safe too. Maybe you have concerns about security or safety, and I feel like you're going to be very safe in July. You don't have to worry about like I guess break-ins or something, bodily harm or anything like that. You'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Maybe you're going somewhere that you're concerned, am I going to be safe there? You're going to be safe. Pile 2. Okay. I'm not saying don't watch, don't be watchful. I'm not saying don't watch your environment or do your do all your safety protocol, do all your normal stuff. Keep an eye, watch your surroundings, normal standard behavior, do your routines, whatever you need to do, but also know in the back of your mind you're going to be safe. Okay. But do all the things, there's this old saying, trust in Allah, but tie up your camels at night, I like that one, okay? Like, trusting in the universe has got your back, but don't be reckless. Don't be non-caring, Dot all your I's, cross your T's, put gas in your tank, do your oil change, all that. Get your insurance. Everything will be fine. Now, you might be going sightseeing, seeing a lot of nature in July 2026, and that's going to be really beautiful. Maybe this is part of how you're going to get your healing, is, getting to see beautiful nature, greenery, that kind of thing. Let's take a look at what the tarot card has to say. We have the King of Swords. Good news coming to you in July 2026. You may be put in a position of authority, Pal 2. Yeah. Where you get to set a certain structure for something, and it's gonna hold. People are going to, you're gonna be laying down the law in some type of way and sort out some type of mess in your life that's been ongoing, not a mess that's coming to you in July, but there's been some type of mess you've been dealing with, but you're gonna be able to come up with some rules that help bring in order into your life. I'm also getting that if there's someone you've been dealing with, there's someone you've been dealing with. It could be a man, could be a woman, and they're going to be really well behaved in July. Okay, they're going to. I feel like there's someone you've been dealing with who maybe you've had chaos with this person in the past, and I feel like in July this person is going to be truthful, and they're going to be disciplined, and they're going to play fair. And they're going to follow the rules, I do see that coming through. You may be dealing with a male professional of some type who will be treating you well. Perhaps a professional at work, or dealing with you in helping you in some type of legal matter. They're going to treat you well. There's good news coming in this front. Let's move it along and get more information. Oops. We're getting the Hanged Man. Okay. Yeah, I feel like someone's gonna be accepting the rules that you put down. Someone's going to submit, right, to some rules that are for the benefit of you, benefit of everyone. Someone's going to stop doing what they were doing before and start following certain rules. Perhaps there's someone you've been trying to get to follow certain rules, or maybe there's someone in your sphere you've been dealing with that you've been concerned about whether they're going to be legal with you or fair. And I feel like they're going to be. It's going to be uncomfortable to them at times, but they're going to do it. Okay, they're going to do it. I'm also getting like someone is finally going to be letting go. Yeah, someone's going to surrender. There must be some situation that there was a struggle or fight, and they're finally going to be letting go and surrendering to you or the situation. No more resistance, basically. The end of a resistance of some kind. We have the Queen of Stones, Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. With the Queen of Pentacles, what I'm getting is that you are going to be nurturing, practicing. The Queen of Pentacles, what I'm getting is that you're going to be resourceful and abundant, okay? You're going to be making, excellent use of what you have to get everything you need and want, okay? This is not going to, July 2026, Patu, is not going to be a month of lack. You're going to have everything you need and want, and everything you need. And if there's anything you want, you're going to be able to make it happen for yourself. Plenty. The resources will stretch. Plenty will be available. You'll be able to do everything you need. You'll be able to hold on to your money. You'll be able to get what you have coming to you. Okay. I'm seeing the crab. I'm almost getting like Krusty the Krab. Krusty Krab on SpongeBob SquarePants, you know, it's like money, you know. I'm just getting like you're getting your money in July 2026. You're gonna be getting paid well, and you're gonna be getting your money. You're gonna be getting paid for what you do. And if maybe, I feel like you're gonna be holding on to your resources too. Someone's gonna be letting go, and you're gonna be holding on. Very interesting energy dynamic. I'm also getting you might be coming into some type of money. You're gonna be getting paid well. You're going to be making your space super cozy, and you're going to be looking out for people around you. People around you are going to be very comfortable. If you have a family or friends or something, they're going to be comfortable in your presence. Everything's going to be available. You know, maybe you're being a hostess or something, or you're taking care of other people. Maybe you have children. They're going to have everything they need and want. They're going to be feeling very luxurious. They're going to be feeling luxurious around you, and because of you too. Okay, and you yourself, you'll be feeling that way. We have the Four of Wands. Some type of gathering, some type of celebration coming your way. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun. You're going to be, it might be like getting together with your community or your family. And it's going to go well. It's going to be harmonious. There's some type of reunion coming up. Yeah, some type of reunion. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to enjoy yourself. There's going to be good synergy, energy towards you and around you. You may reach some type of milestone in July. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be reaching some type of milestone. Maybe you've been working on something. It could be a business. And maybe last month you had 3 clients. Well, in July, you're going to have 6 clients, you know, or something. I don't know. I'm giving an example, okay? But you know, maybe this was something you would put down for yourself. You're like, you had certain goals, like, you know, I want to reach 5 clients, then I want to have 10 clients. In July, you're going to reach one of those milestones, you know, or I want to have this much income from this business, and or profit, and you're going to reach that number you're looking for in July. And it's going to be celebrating. You're going to be happy. Next, we have the Five of Swords. Yes. Interesting. You're going to be putting someone down. I don't know what it is, okay, pal 2? Someone who used to be a bully? Someone who used to bully you or try to bully you? You're going to be defeating them. Someone who showed you hostility? You may even be reconciling with them. That's possible, because it says reunion. But I am getting that this person is going to feel powerless around you. Someone who used to bully you is going to feel powerless around you too. They're not going to, you know, whatever tactics they used to employ, if they used to attack you with words or thoughts, thought they were clever and could say some shady shit to your face or behind your back. You know, it's like they're going to be sweating bullets when you come around in July, pile 2. They're going to be like, uh-oh, I don't have anything to say. I don't know what to do. I can't attack them. They're going to feel like their hands are tied when it comes to attacking you. Or perhaps they're going to try, or maybe they've tried in the past, and you're ready for them. Okay, pal 2, you're going to be ready for this person. And the fact of the matter is, they're not going to have anything. They're going to be feeling powerless around you and feeling scared around you, feeling defeated around you. They're not going to be able to pull it off. If they're trying to attack you, you're going to be quick. There's going to be something that you're going to be bringing to the table, pile 2, that's going to shut this person up. Perhaps maybe you used to struggle with your finances, and so whenever you come around this person will be talking shit to you about your finances. But then this time your finances are going to be balling, and so they're going to be like, I've got nothing to say. You're going to shut them up with the idea that you're doing very well, that you're reaching your milestones, that you're succeeding in life. Or, you know, it could be another example could be maybe this person, maybe they used to talk crap to you because you used to look a certain type of way, but you've had a glow up of some kind. When you show up, they're going to be feeling like they're going to have nothing to say. It's like, what are you going to say now? And they're just going to have nothing to say. But you're going to be winning. You're going to be defeating against someone who used to bully you. You got the Knight of, someone who used to talk shit around you. Someone who used to be rude to you, abrupt with you, snarky, you know, run their mouth, that kind of thing. Run their mouth. You're gonna have this person worried. You have this person worried. They're gonna be like, they're not gonna know what to say. They're gonna be like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, or I need to shut my mouth and not say something rude to pile 2. I better not talk crap to pile 2. So they're gonna be on their pins and needles. They're gonna be the ones that's worried. They're gonna be the ones that's, having to shut their mouth, watch their mouth. And this is it's a victory you're gonna have over this person. Maybe in July, pile 2, perhaps as a revenge, you're going to be saying some things to this person that's going to make them feel like they've just got nothing on you. Maybe you're all going to be gathered around, and you're going to be saying some things to this person, and they're going to, in their minds, they're going to be withering inside. They're going to be like, oh my God, they're going to be regretting what they said to you in the past. They're going to be feeling like, pile 2's got me there, or maybe this time, they show up. They're going to be the ones whose finances are suffering while you're bawling, right? While your cash flow is on point, or you have everything you need and want, and life is an ebb and flow, right? And they're going to be low this time in some manner, and you're going to be showing them up, right? So that's the good news for you, pile 2. I'm also getting pile 2 that in the month of July, you're going to be very sharp-minded. So pile 2, I'm seeing something here, something about your ambition. Okay, you're something to do with your ambition. I feel like either you or someone else is going to be taking action on something. There's going to be a lot of haste. People are going to be moving quickly towards the work that you do, or you're going to be moving quickly when it comes to your work. I'm getting a sharp mind. You're very intelligent, pile 2. I feel like your mind's going to be working very quickly. Your memory is going to be very sharp in July as well. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting quick comebacks. If someone talks crap to you or says something weird, you're going to have like ready retorts, and you're going to be able to put people down real quick that try to like make you feel weird. Your mouth's going to be sharp. You're going to be like, someone might be like, it's interesting, in the past years, you weren't like this or whatever. And maybe you're going to be quick to say, well, in the past years, you weren't like that either. So, or something, I don't know. Maybe you struggled with this in the past, but in July, you're going to be on point, okay? You're going to be quick to come up with solutions to frustrating problems, both internal and external. Interesting. We're going to get more information about this. Let's keep it moving here. We have Bright Future is your Oracle card, coming and landing on top of the King of Swords. So, pile 2, I do feel like there's someone you've been dealing with. Maybe there's been trouble with this person in the past, with maybe following rules or following a certain code of conduct. And I feel like in July, the future is going to be bright with this person. Okay, it could be a boss, it could be a partner, it could be a friend. Or it could be someone in the legal field or legal world. Maybe there's some type of legal matter you're working on, or maybe someone who's a very intelligent man or person. And I feel like this person they're going to really treat you correctly. They're going to behave themselves, okay? And this is going to help your future look bright. It could be that maybe a boss at work, as an example, someone like a boss at work will start treating you correctly and giving you, say if you do very well at work, you'll get the right reward. You will get you'll be treated fairly. That boss might be like, hey, good job, pile 2, on handling that project. You really did a very wonderful job. I want the rest of you to pay attention to how pile 2 worked on that, because that is the way I want it done. Like acknowledgements, kudos, maybe just rewards. And it's going to help you feel like your future is looking bright at that company. Or maybe it's a relationship, and I feel like this person is, maybe the person you're dating is going to be following certain rules, behaving themselves, and it's going to help you feel like the future of that relationship or that connection is looking bright. It's promising, it's successful, and it's going to make you feel great about the future. Okay, that's good news coming your way in July 2026. We have Stop the Press. Ooh, okay. So someone's going to let go of something, someone's going to cease doing something, something's going to come to an end. Like some type of activity that was happening that you did not like, it made you feel uncomfortable, that inconvenienced you, will cease or stop. I feel like this could be something that's affecting many people, not just you. We're getting Stop the Press, we're getting breaking news, public outcry, scandal outbreak. politics. This could be something that has far-reaching consequence. Okay, so or wide-reaching impact. So it could be like there could be some law that they cease putting into effect. That's going to bring you positive outcome. Or it could be like there's something that's been happening. That maybe there was some bad news, or someone was saying some negative things about you, or whatever, and they're gonna stop doing it. They're gonna stop saying bad things about you. Someone who had an agenda out against you is gonna let it go. They're gonna surrender. They're just gonna stop trying, and everyone's gonna know about it. It's gonna be very public. It could be political. It could be legal. It could be maybe some company-wide initiative that maybe was being put into effect in the past. It's gonna be stopped, and it's gonna be good for you. Pile 2. You're going to see it. Maybe there's going to be some type of mass group email that you will receive, and the news is going to be good for you. It's going to impact you positively, this change or this cessation, one might say. There might be something that comes out on the news that everyone can see that's going to have a positive impact on your world. We're going to get more information about that as well. We have bag. Something important, such as a new job or raise. Wow. Yeah, I said, money is coming into your situation, pal 2. Money. I feel like your job, you're going to get more money than you normally get in July. That's one particular piece of news coming through. You might get a raise in July. You might get a bigger commission than you normally get in July. You might get bigger profits than you normally get in July. You might maybe you'll get the same amount, but something about the way you handle your money is going to maybe leave more of it in your pocket than it normally does. Maybe you're going to find a way to cut corners in a way that everything's going to be fine in your world, but you're going to be somehow getting away with spending less. Someone may bring you a gift. Someone may bring you money. You may get a new job. You may get some kind of pay bump or spike in income in July. That's what I'm getting. And we're going to get more information about this. We have number 25, Loki, the trickster god. This is a Norse legend here. Change, fluidity, and non-conformist. So I'm getting pile 2. Something's going to change for you for the better, okay? When it comes to some type of gathering, right? It's going to change. It's something about gatherings or community or parties or events wasn't going well in the past, and I see that in July it's going to change. I'm getting that you have sort of like this, maybe you're going to be changing, you're going to be changed yourself in how you deal with this environment, or someone is going to change in the way that they handle you in this environment. I'm getting that also there's going to be adaptation, okay? I'm getting like the environment that you party in, it's like, or that you're going to be doing an event in, is going to be adaptable to you, okay? And less rigid, okay? Maybe it used to be a more rigid space, and they were like, this is how we do it here, okay? I think this space is it's going to be more about you now. They're going to be more inclusive of you and willing to adapt for you, okay? That's the vibe I'm getting. We have eucalyptus. Breathe. Breathe with me. Yeah. You're going to get your breathing room, pal 2. I'm telling you that I feel like you're dealing with some type of ornery character. Some type of person who... They were bully. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm getting bully energy. Okay? And I feel like, you're going to get breathing space around this person in the sense that they're going to chill with their tactics. They're going to chill. They're going to stop being so, in your face, trying to cause problems, trying to say something here, say something there. Something about you is going to make them feel powerless. Something about you is going to make them shut the hell up. They're not even going to give you trouble. I mean, I feel like if they do say anything, you're going to be quick to respond, right? Hell no. That's Knight of Swords energy. And they're going to be like, oh my God, I don't know why I keep doing this with pile 2. Obviously, pile 2 doesn't like it. I keep doing it. I need to watch what I say or something. And they're going to give you breathing room. We have beloved. Wow. I feel like someone, either you or someone else, is going to be quick to take action when it comes to showing people that you are their beloved. Yeah. Quick to showing people that they love you. Okay? This person's going to be, they're going to rush to say, I love you. Okay? They're not going to dilly-dally. They're not going to drag their feet. You're going to be loved. Okay? Also getting that them saying this is going to hurt someone. It's going to hurt someone. Someone around you is going to hear it, and it's just going to make them, that's part of what's going to make them feel so powerless, is they're going to realize that you are loved, Pal 2. People love you. And they're going to feel like, oh my God, Pal 2 is so loved. Like, I need to just be quiet. If I start, hating on Pal 2 or, attacking Pal 2 or being the hater in all this, it's going to look bad on me, that kind of energy. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to your next set of oracle cards. We got cat. Meow. Cute. I love cats. I've got a cat. His name is Sparkles, or AKA Ember. We put a vote. I call him Ember. We voted on what to call him. Ember won out, but I really wish that Sparkles had won out. But so Sparkles became the nickname. Anyway, Pal 2, what I'm getting for you is that someone who seemed tough, okay, someone who seemed tough in the past used to, be very stern and all this, stern, almost like a tyrant or something, try to make you feel, that intimidated, or they made you feel intimidated anyway. Maybe, they were like, I'm going to do what I like and you're just going to deal with it, blah, blah, blah. They're going to become a pussycat. How to? They can become a pussycat. They can become easy to deal with, cute, loving, soft, easygoing, playful even with you. Playful. They're going to be playful with you. They're going to be cuddly with you. They're going to turn from a tyrant to a pussycat around you. So this could be a person, a man, a woman, someone who wanted to be stern, someone who wanted to be a tyrant, who was having tyrant-like behavior. So I'm getting a lot of that kind of energy in your spread, Pal 2. I'm not going to lie. There's this transformation of energies when it comes to people who try to make you feel oppressed. People who try to bully you. And the reason they try to bully you is because of how posh you are. You're bougie. You have a bougie vibe. You're resourceful. You're brilliant. You may have married someone wealthy or have a good job. Something like this. And they just don't like you. They want to sort of, they wanted to put you down on the totem pole. Like, make sure you stay down there. And it's not going to be happening. You're not going to be the one beneath them. They're going to be a pussycat around you. And there may be multiple people like this in your life, Pal 2, and I'm so sorry you've had to deal with this. But I feel like July 2026 is going to be a month of victory for you when it comes to these characters. We got secret message. Exactly. A message here, a message there. So you're going to receive a message that someone has gotten served a cease and desist. Okay? You're going to be alerted that, hey, that person who was bothering you, they have received a message that there needs to be a cease and desist when it comes to something they were doing that was causing you trouble or bringing you stress. Message has been received. People will notice it. People will hear about it. You will receive the message. You will be told it that something's going to come to an end. That was a problem for you. An example could be maybe in your neighborhood. Something been happening in your neighborhood. There's been some loud noises. You got some neighbors down the street. They do all this like loud noises and stuff. Maybe they're doing some kind of project. But from morning till night, or when you're trying to rest or whatever, there's this loud sound, but it was unceasing. Okay, and you're gonna, maybe you or some of your neighbors are gonna like try to talk to them, or you're gonna report it to the HOA or whatever, or the police are gonna get involved. And I feel like they're going to get some type of reprimand or some type of formal reprimand that tells them stop it, and they're gonna heed it, and you're gonna receive this information, notification in July. Hey, they stopped doing this thing. It was really hard on you, bad for you, and they stopped doing it. You're gonna get a notification that it's going to be easier for you from now on. They're going to cease what they're doing or take breaks, and it's going to make life easier for you. Okay, people are going to know about it. I feel like it's going to impact lots of people, and it's also going to impact you personally as well. Okay, all right, we have, and you're going to apply it to your situation as it fits. Living room. Wow, we got money, a raise, money. We got your living room. Look at this posh looking living room. Privacy, personal space, intimate comfort. And we got comfort with the Queen of Stones, Queen of Pentacles too. The Queen of Pentacles creates a cozy and comfortable space for others. So, pile 2, I get the feeling that you may be a really good hostess in July, or you may be viewed as one, having a very nice home, a beautiful home. I'm also getting like you're going to be received somewhere, and you're going to have a very nice hostess who's going to take very good care of you, or host. Or you're going to be in very nice surroundings in July, maybe a very posh hotel or a lodge, or maybe your home's going to be tended to. Maybe you're going to be able to pay for house cleaning or something like this, and they're going to come clean your house, make it immaculate. Place is going to look fantastic, that kind of thing. Okay, I feel like your home's going to be looking very beautiful in July, pile 2. Things are going to be looking very nice in your home, in your house. Your home is just going to be gorgeous. Or your apartment, or perhaps you'll be staying at somewhere very fancy. I feel like you're going to be staying at somewhere very fancy. You're going to be maybe have the money to pay for something like this, a hotel stay maybe, or your house. You maybe afford to get your house nice and clean and everything looking good. Maybe you buy new furniture. You upgrade your home in some type of way. Maybe you'll be buying a new home. I mean, that's possible. That's very possible. Okay. I'm also getting that you will be able to afford privacy and personal space. Maybe you'll be moving out of a roommate situation and into a situation where you will have your own place. I'm getting that the place you'll be staying at in July, you'll be able to have privacy. You'll be able to have your own space, and it'll look very nice. Okay, we have the journey. The journey. You'll be going on a journey, pile 2. You'll be going on a journey. And stepping out of your familiar surroundings to somewhere different. And you'll be able to successfully adapt to wherever this place is going to be. Maybe going to some type of community event. You're going to love it, and it's going to be a way for you to step outside of what your normal environment is. Going to be really good for you. It's going to cause your energy to change, and it's always good to change up your energy. You never want stale energy that's always the same. You want to step outside of your energy from time to time. So I'm getting like vacation vibes a little bit from this. Also getting like that someone is going to switch up on you in a positive way. Okay, they're going to change their ways. Someone maybe that you meet at an event or see at an event, they're going to change. Maybe they'll even pretend, right? They may even pretend to that's what I'm getting. Okay, and switch up how they normally act, and maybe not pretend, but they may be more performative, and they will make sure that they act a certain way, okay, around other people. Okay, so this is good news for you. It's going to be a good thing for you. Okay, so it's going to make you enjoy the space more. We have breakup, walking away, separation, and end. Okay, and here below it's landing on breathe. Okay, yeah, so there is someone you're going to be in July. There's someone you're going to be avoiding. Someone who was a bully. Or just bullying energy. You'll be avoiding people who bully you, or someone who bullies you. And I think this is where they're going to be feeling powerless. Is because you're going to be like, I get it. All you want to do is bully. You like to bully. Maybe you see me. You see bully written on my forehead in your fantasy. And I'm going to remove myself. It's like a vice of theirs. They like to bully you. It could be a person that you're dating. You'll be avoiding this person in July. It's going to be good news. You'll be getting rid of someone who used to bully you or try to hold something over your head. And you're finally going to be like, breathing. Because it'll be good riddance to bad rubbish with this person. Okay? It could be a person you were dating. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. Someone that you've just decided, I don't need to be hanging around you. I don't. And this is going to defeat them. Because this is what they're counting on. Is you coming around them. They want you coming around them. So they can bully you. And the way you're going to defeat them is by avoiding their presence. Just staying away from them. Not even avoiding, just choosing something else. Just realizing, don't like that, don't care for it. So this person was thriving on, on your presence to make certain points or act a certain way just because you were there. You figured them out though, pal 2. And in July 2026, you're going to be applying that power to the power of separation, the power of keeping your distance. And they're going to be like, what? It's going to defeat them. That's exactly how you need to play this, and it's going to work. You're going to be so much happier too. We have a key, opportunity. Okay, interesting. Opportunity. I feel like in July, you're going to quickly seize the opportunity to be with the ones you love, or choose something you love. It could be a home. I'm getting maybe a key to a house or a car. Practically speaking, it could be that you will find a house or car that you love, and you're going to just be like, oh, that's the one I want. I'm getting it right now. And you're going to get it. You're going to quickly get access to the house or the car that you love or want. I'm also getting that you will gain access quickly to a place too, to maybe just on some opportunity you've been wanting. You'll be given that opportunity. Okay, you'll be loved by others, pal 2. In July, you'll be loved, and it's going to give you an opportunity. It says here, I open my heart to receive love from others and from within myself. But you're going to be loved, pal 2. People are going to love you, and a lot of people, I feel, are going to love you, especially when I see lots of stars like this. It means that you're going to be loved by many. It feels like you're going to be loved by many. And it's going to give you an opportunity. Doors are going to fly open for you, pal 2, as a result of this love you're going to be receiving from others. Okay? Or some particular opportunity is going to be more accessible to you because of the love you're going to be receiving from others. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what is the advice for July 2026. I did receive feedback from a viewer that his name is Feliz, I think. Their name was Feliz. And I did receive feedback that with the good news, they'd like to hear some bad news. And I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to give bad news. I'm not going to use my powers to channel bad news for my viewers. I just don't think that that's the right way to use my powers. Because then I'm emboldening that reality. I'm fortifying it. And I'm not going to do that for my viewers. What I will do, though, is maybe look into what challenges are going to be coming your way in July 2026, and then get some advice on how to deal with these challenges. And that's what the advice portion of this reading is going to be about. Let us begin. So I looked into 3 challenges that are going to coming your way in July 2026, or that you're going to be dealing with. Maybe these are challenges you've been dealing with, but there's going to be advice for how you're going to deal with these challenges in July 2026, right? You've been dealing with these challenges from before, and you're going to receive advice for July on how to deal with them. Okay, we have the 5 of Stones, right? Lack in some type of way. Lack. Okay. You've been dealing with lack. I do feel like there's something you've been lacking. It could be money. It could be or a project. Maybe it's not money. Maybe there's I'll give you an example. Like maybe you did an event or something, and you expected 20 people to show up, but only 5 showed up, and you ended up feeling lack as a result, right? You're lacking the attendance, or maybe you're dealing with lack when it comes to certain nutrients in your body. Maybe you're not eating enough of the right things, or maybe you're lacking certain things in the physical somehow. It could be money, but it could be just anything, really. So there's some type of lack you've been you've been experiencing. It could be also a reduction in resources. Maybe you weren't having as much as you used to, but something has not been giving you the returns you've been looking for, or maybe there was a dip, right? In July 2026, here's the advice for that, on how to deal with this sort of dip you've been experiencing, okay? Dolphin spirit, this and that are true. Interesting. So pile 2, just play with it. Play with it. Be happy. Be happy with it, okay? Because even though there's been this dip, you also have money. You also have something. You have it and you don't have it. So, you know, as a spiritual person and someone who it's very important that you think beyond the material, okay? You think about how spiritual impacts the material, informs the material, and helps mold the material aspect of our lives. From the spiritual perspective, you need to cultivate an attitude of, yeah, there's less, but I also have more, and I've had more, and I will have more in the future. So be flexible in how you are interpreting the moment, and understand, and also open your eyes. There is something you are getting in July. There will be something you are getting lots of, more than other people, okay? And so play around and be happy and jubilant over the fact, play around with it and be happy and jubilant over the fact that, you know, yeah, there's been a dip, but hey, I got more than others. I got more. There are people who don't even have what I have, you know, like, you know, try to luxuriate and bask in the idea that you have plenty in some way. You got lots of something. Hey, I got 5 good friends. There are lots of people who don't even have one, okay? You got a lot in that regard. So it's good to take a step back and get a bigger perspective on this lack, you know, and see how you do have this thing. Even though you have less of it or don't have it, you also have it. You see what I'm saying? Find how that is true for you. Okay? Oh, I lost someone or broke up with someone who I really valued, but what do you have, right? Try to open your eyes and see what you do have and luxuriate in the things you do have. We have, that's the advice for you, 25, Warm Guardian. Warm Guardian. Okay, I'm also looking for some of you. I feel like someone's going to be giving you the key to their house or apartment or something. Someone's going to treat you like they're beloved and give you access to their inner world. That's some good news I just picked up on there. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Now, I am getting that you need to know that there is someone looking out for you, Patu. Someone is taking good care of you. You're going to be okay. Okay, you may have a parental figure who's going to help you out during lean times, or you may have, you know, goddess. Okay, God, the universe is looking out for you. You're going to be okay. As long as you cling to this flexible idea about your situation. Don't ever tell yourself, I'm poor, I'm broke, I don't have this, I don't have that. Say, you know what? I have less than what I would like to have, but I've got this, I've got that, I've got this, I've got that. Count your blessings, okay? And so make sure that you see the truth, that you do have something, okay? You do have something. Focus on that thing, and you will be taken care of. You'll have support of the universe. Sometimes the universe works through people. You may have the support of a particular person. You're going to be okay. Pile 2. All right, let's take a look at the second challenge for July. And let me know what you think of me doing this challenge. This challenges and advice portion. If you find that useful or helpful, I'd love to know in the comment section. We have the Knight of Stones. All right, so something slow to move, something slow to grow, maybe. Something stubbornly not moving like you'd like it to move. Could have to do with your career, could have to do with money, it could have to do with the practical realities of your situation. Could be a person who is slow to change, someone stubborn. Could be maybe someone who's lazy. You know, that's possible that you're dealing with. Let's get some advice about the situation, this slow to move, stuck person or situation. We have, there is a reason you have those dreams. The Mystic, Intuition, High Priestess, visionary. So this may be a business, yeah, I'm getting that, or some type of situation you're dealing with, and you're being urged not to give up on it. Yeah, that dream that you had about the situation, though it's slow to grow, I see like a snowy atmosphere, and the twigs, it kind of dried. It seems like it's, it's there, but it's not moving like you want it to. There's a reason you got that dream, and you're supposed to weather this slow phase of it. You're supposed to hang in there, because your intuition is on point, pile 2. The reason you are barking up this tree, literally a tree, to begin with, is because something told you it's going to work out in a major way for you. That this career, or this job, or this whatever you chose is going to pay off big time. It's not the kind of thing to come easy to people, whatever it is you're doing. So you need to show that you're worthy of it by being patient and waiting, okay? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you be reliable, you be consistent, and you will see something come of this. Okay, let's get more information. Firebird. Oh, that's beautiful. Seek and you shall find. Exactly. Don't give up. Don't give up, pile 2. A lot of things don't just fall in your lap. It's rare for things to just fall in your lap. Winning the lottery, it's an amazing story, right? But it's rare, man. It is so rare. I think one out of, like, I don't know, is it a few 100 million people win the lottery or something? Like the big lottery, the big amount. So if there's something you're wanting that you've been working on, and you're wondering, oh my gosh, why is this thing taking me so long? You pursued it in the first place because your intuition is on point, that this thing is going to pay off big time. You're going to get to where you need to get to. And when you get there, you're going to be cocky as hell. Okay? Your wins are going to make you cocky. Not cocky in a bad way, but you're going to be able to stretch your stuff. You're going to feel so confident. Pile 2. You're going to feel so confident. So in July, you're going to be dealing with an issue or a situation or business or something that's going slow, not paying you as much as you would like, or the profits are not coming in, it's going real slow. Hang in there is the advice for you, pile 2. Keep working at it, and you shall find what it is that you're looking for. Specifically what you're looking for. And when you find it, it's going to fill you with such confidence. People, you're going to be able to walk tall, stand tall, and the peace of the Holy Spirit is going to be upon you. You're going to have peace of mind when you get there. So stand tall now. Be confident now, because of what you know is coming. That's the advice. Be confident. Be like, oh my gosh, I'm on my way, honey. I'm on my way, and this is going to be happening for me. I know it. My intuition's on point. I've gotten confirmation from Diana's Magical Mermaid Tarot. My intuition's on point, and I need to stand tall and be confident, so that energy will be reflected in the universe back at me and will hasten this thing for me. Okay? So, all right, let's move on to your third and final challenge. We have the 6 of Cups. I feel like you may be dealing with a situation with people you've known a long time. Okay? It could be children, or maybe you're dealing with someone who's very naive, someone who's maybe living in the past. Maybe people from your past are clinging, wanting to bring you back to them. They want you near them. Or you're dealing with someone who's very maybe childish, or maybe you're having to deal with children. There's some type of challenge in dealing with this scenario. Perhaps you want a reunion. Maybe you're concerned about a reunion that's coming up. You're concerned about it, about how to handle it. That's another message coming through, is what this challenge could be. Maybe you have some bad memories you've been dealing with, and you maybe you're still dealing with it in July. Bad memories of something that happened in the past. Let's get some advice, shall we? We have Ika. To avoid reality only makes you face the same issues again and again. So maybe you're worried about going to go visit family or visit people you've known a long time because maybe they gave you bad memories or something. Don't be worried. Don't be worried, Patu. This is part of your life's journey. You're meant to visit with these people, see them again, so that you can resolve it and tie a nice little bow over it and be done with it. Okay? Don't be afraid of life and run away. Go towards this reunion because it's going to work out well. Actually, it's going to work out well. It's going to this time around in July is going to be a positive memory. It's going to be a positive memory. It says here, be excellent to each other. Yeah, be good. Be good to these people. And I'm also getting that they'll be good to you. They'll be good to you. These people are going to be good to you. People you've known a long time, your siblings, your family, friends you've known a long time, or people from your past that are wanting to reunion with you. They'll be excellent to you. In fact, that's what I'm seeing. They will treat you excellently. And the only way you can heal from the situation is to show up. And you've collected some bags of negative memories. Well, it's time for you to start collecting bags of positive memories so you can heal the situation and move forward. Stuck and stagnant energies when it comes to relationships or whatever, it's not good for you. It's not good for you. It breeds illness and disease in the physical body. Yeah. When we can open up our hearts and good things start happening and we're receptive to those good things happening, blockages shift in our body. Our DNA behaves properly and we become immune to certain diseases and longevity goes up. Our DNA is made up of there's these strings at the ends of our DNA that seem to loosen or fray over time, and it's a biological process, and it's just the shortening of your telomeres. Okay, and what can cause this is bad diet, stress, negative memories, all that, and certain the replication of your DNA starts to go bad and stuff like that, because there's certain genes that get switched on or off depending on what choices you're making in your life. So if you're fearful or avoiding situations instead of trying to create positive, healthy situations in your life, this leads to emotional health, which in turn leads to biological health, which in turn leads to longevity, youthfulness, energy, good health. So it's very important that you try to foster positive relationships. And I am receiving a reassurance on your behalf that these people are going to be excellent to you. Be excellent to them. They'll be excellent to you. I have a feeling you're going to be excellent to them, Pal 2. But they're going to be excellent to you. And don't avoid it. Go to it. Engage it. And everything will work out fine. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, Pal 2. As far as the good news coming to you July 2026, as well as the advice for July 2026. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. If you value this reading and would like to support my channel, something you can do is subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, then I thank you greatly for that. Thank you for supporting this community with your energy. If you've already done that, and you would like to find some other way to support me, then you can hype up this video. That would help this channel grow. And also you can, in addition, you can also join and get a membership. The membership gives you access to a members only library of videos for my members only, and will also give you early access to the videos I put out on this channel whenever I do put them out early. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bringing your energy here. Take very good care of yourself, okay? Bye! Welcome to your reading, Pile 3. So, what is the good news coming into your life in July 2026? And also, what is the advice for you in July 2026? Okay, what's the best advice? We have 3. We're moving over to you to the left. You chose, or you ended up with this Rosie the Riveter sticker. You move that over there. Again, you chose or ended up with Scorpio, Pisces, and Capricorn. We got 2 waters and 1 earth here. Interesting. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a vibe check for you, and then we'll move into your cards next, okay? So, part 3, I feel that you're going to be up to the task in July 2026. You're going to be able to do something that other people cannot, okay? You're going to be standing out for this, and people are going to be noticing your ability to get something done. Okay, you're going to be very powerful. You're going to have very powerful energy. Your capabilities and are going to be strong, and you're going to be perhaps even achieving greater financial independence in July 2026. Okay, you're going to be laying a groundwork in July for greater success in your future. Okay, I'm also getting that in July your body is going to be very strong and healthy. your efforts when it comes to you working out is going to yield a very beautiful body, a very attractive body this summer, July 2026. I'm getting that you are going to be viewed as attractive by others also. I'm getting that people will be feeling a lot of lust for you. I mean, people are going to be crushing on you this summer, Pile 3. There are people who are going to see you and be like, licking their lips, you know, maybe internally or externally. I'm not sure. I hope that there's no harassment involved in here. But I just feel like people are not going to be able to help themselves. There's going to be a lot of lust directed at you, a lot of passion. Your ability to survive or face up to conflict also this summer in July 2026 is going to be very strong. I feel like no one's going to be able to mess with you. And even if they do, they're going to be in for a rockin' sockin' time. All right, so they better not try it. You're just going to be up to the challenge in so many ways, Pile 3. You're going to have a lot of courage, a lot of vitality. People are going to view you this way. They're going to be intimidated and impressed by you. And they're also going to be turned on by you. I'm getting like that you may even have you may be even put into a position of leadership, is what I'm getting as well, where your abilities will be respected and you'll be in a position of power and authority, and people will listen to what you have to say and view you as such. It's not going to be a situation where it just feels like anybody that tries to challenge you this summer, July 2026, or any challenges that arise for you to deal with, whether it's moving or whether it's dealing with something that's come up. Maybe you're going to be relocating. Maybe you're going to be trying to set up a travel arrangements, or, you know, whatever challenges, or maybe it could be even a person trying to try you or something, trying to come at you with some drama. You know, they're going to taste your metal, they're going to taste your steel, all right? And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, what the hell am I doing? I need to back up here. And you're going to make mincemeat out of anything or anyone that poses a challenge. So you're going to be up to it. You're going to be very powerful. Let's take a look at your tarot card. We have the King of Cups. I feel like you're going to be very diplomatic and very controlled in July, and you're going to be able to maintain a certain sense of balance. No one's going to be able to knock you off your game, okay? And nothing will be able to knock you off your game. You're going to be very stable internally and externally, and I'm just getting like, you know, you're just going to have this sense of control over your situation, where things are going to be, maybe people will be getting upset around you or getting riled up, or someone will be agitated. They're dealing with their own energies, okay? This is not having anything to do with you. But you're going to be a force of calm in the middle of all that, okay? I'm getting like ocean vibes. You might go to the ocean. You might go vacationing near water. And you're going to be able to maintain your balance. You may be, if you're surfing, you're going to have excellent balance while you're on your surfboard or your skateboard or whatever. You know, I'm just getting a lot of balance. I'm getting a lot of emotional balance as well. And not being easily knocked off your game or knocked off your balance in multiple ways. Let's take a look at your next tarot card. Next we have Temperance. Exactly. I mean, wow, you're gonna be very, very balanced, Pile 3, in July. You're gonna be pulling off a balancing act. I'm also getting mediating energies. You may be mediating between a couple of different parties, or a couple of different people or situations. Maybe you'll have a couple of different situations going on that you'll be able to navigate very well, keep things balanced in your life. Maybe it's work and romance, or it's two different people. Maybe you'll be, you know, dating a couple of different people, and you'll be able to sort of keep everything balanced. It won't be messy. You'll be able to do it very well with finesse and maintain a certain calm. You'll be a mediating force, a balancing force that people will look to and be like, man, Pile 3 is an angel. They know how to make everything work smoothly. You may be like some sort of coordinator. Maybe you'll get a job as a coordinator and you'll be coordinating very well. Maybe you'll have a job already as a coordinator, but in July you'll be handling your responsibilities very well and making sure everything's flowing smoothly. I'm also getting like you will there's a certain maturity when it comes to dealing with substances or dealing with certain energies in your life. I'm getting like a moderation is going to come into play here. You're going to find meaning in your life in in July, pile 3. You're going to find meaning. You're going to find a purpose. And I see that you will be sort of synthesizing something, bringing something together, combining two different things to create something. You might be inventing something in July. You might be bringing something together. Maybe for instance, you'll be dating someone and you'll be bringing your family and their family together, and you'll be an excellent mediator, making sure that everything's flowing well together as the two different groups meet and mingle and try to get to know each other. You're going to be a good mediator and letting, if there's any rough edges, you're going to smooth them out. You're going to be a good translator, a good in-between person. Okay, that's possible. Okay, let's take a look at your next tarot card. We have the Page of Swords. I'm also getting that if you've got a situation you've been dealing with someone else, you may find a good mediator or a third party who's going to help you balance things out, who's going to ask all the right questions, right? Who's going to show curiosity about your situation to try to understand what's happening and help make things smoother for y'all. Perhaps you will be having a disagreement with your, perhaps there's been an ongoing issue, right, from before, that in July you will finally be able to come to some type of compromise with someone, or have a third party come in and create understanding between you and someone else. It could be you and a family member, you and a lover, you and a friend, or I don't know what it is, but things are going to be brought back into balance because someone's going to be curious about your situation. Someone's going to ask the right questions. Okay, I feel like someone's going to be in communication with you also in July. They're going to want to know about you. You may meet someone, a man or woman, who's very like mature, balanced, in control of themselves. They got good energy. They're not toxic and everything. And they'll be a really good fit for you. This is another message coming through. They'll be a really good fit for you, really good fit for your situation. They'll be a good communicator. They'll ask questions about you. They'll be genuinely curious about you and want to know about you, want to learn about you. They'll be very communicative. None of this ghosting nonsense. They're going to be curious about you. They're going to tell you the truth. And they're going to be very sharp and alert. And they'll be paying attention to you. So you're going to be getting some type of connection in July with someone who is paying really good attention to you and trying to be a good fit for you. This could be a current lover or current situation, current person in your life, or perhaps you're meeting someone who for the first time in July, who will be wanting to know about you, who will be curious about you. Next, we have the Six of Cups. Okay, this could be someone you've known for a long time. You've dated them for years, or you were childhood sweethearts, or you've been married for 5-10 years, or been dating for 5 or 10 years, or someone you grew up with, or childhood sweetheart, the guy next door. This could also be family. This could be your brother or your sister. And I feel like you're going to be getting along really well with this person in July. There's not going to be misunderstandings. There's going to be curiosity. It's going to be wanting to learn, wanting to know about each other, wanting to figure this thing out. I'm also seeing the creation of positive memories. Okay, joyful positive memories are going to be getting created. There's going to be a reset too. Is what I'm getting. There's going to be a reset on certain relationships. Perhaps you're going to be having a family reunion in July and meeting back the people you grew up with, and you're going to be coming at things differently. This is someone that when you were growing up, you had sibling rivalry or something. But in July, it feels like, it's going to be a reset. Like, let's start over. Let's deal with each other from a mature perspective rather than a childish one. And it's going to create some very positive memories between you and someone else. Next, we have the Five of Pentacles. So I am seeing that there is someone who's going to be shut out of your situation. Okay? Someone who's going to feel like they don't belong in your space. I feel like this person may have been causing troubles between you and someone else. They may have been trying to create a separation between you and somebody else. They were the source of the trouble. But in July, they're going to be kept out of the scenario. They're going to be kept out. They're going to be kicked out even, maybe possibly. And maybe they will not be able to afford to buy the ticket or do whatever they need to come see you and come hang out with y'all. But that's a good thing because they won't be causing you any trouble. And so they're going to feel left out. Or perhaps they're going to have a reunion with someone who's there. And maybe secretly, they never wanted y'all to get along. They never wanted y'all to get along, and it's going to make them feel left out, lacking. This is not a good person, okay? But they're going to be suffering in July because they didn't want to see you happy. It's possible too that maybe you have someone with rivalry, and you're going to show up and be like, hey family, hey, you're going to show up to a reunion or an event and be like, here's my new boyfriend, or here's my new girlfriend, and you know, you're all going to have such beautiful memories and be loving towards each other. And this person that's always mean at you, picking at you, who didn't like you, didn't want to see you succeed, or maybe they were competing with you, is going to feel like total shit, because they're going to be like, what, Pile 3 has it together. Pile 3 got someone in their lives who works well with them and likes them. Now they're going to be like, Pile 3 has proof that they're okay. Okay, maybe this person tried to make you feel like something was wrong with you, but in reality, they're just trying to make trouble for you, and they were the ones that something was wrong with. Maybe they felt poverty, they have poverty mentality. Maybe they feel insecure around you. And this is how they always masked it, okay, over the years, over time, was to cause trouble for you, but, and make it, they want you to have low self-esteem. But they're gonna be the ones having low self-esteem in July, because they're gonna see that you are capable of getting along well with someone extremely well, and it's gonna make them feel stupid. Okay, and maybe this person, maybe the reason they were making trouble for you in the first place is because they wanted you to like them. They wanted you to feel like they couldn't do better, that you couldn't do better than them. This could be an ex, okay, but you know, they're going to find out that you can do better than them, and you were right to leave them, and it's going to make them feel loss, rejection. We have the Knight of Cups. This is a romantic situation. It's coming through for sure. There's definitely romantic messages in here for you, Pile 3. A romantic message. Okay? You are going to be meeting someone who falls head over heels in love with you in July. If you don't have someone in your life right now, that's very likely to happen. Or it could be that there is someone who is falling for you, and in July they're going to, you know, come into your life more directly. Okay, they're going to feel them more palpably. Their presence is going to be more palpable. You're going to be maybe holding their hand, hanging out with them, spending quality time with them, talking to them. They'll be communicating with you. They'll give you more of their attention. And so maybe, yeah, that's what I'm getting. This person is going to be very mature, Pile 3. They're not going to be toxic. They're going to be calm. They're going to be easy to talk to. They're going to be a healer. They're going to be healed. They're not going to be a wounded male or female. They're going to be someone who's healed themselves and who can understand others and wants to be a force for good in the world and in the relationship or connection with you. This could be the person who's also maybe a mediator who's going to come into your life, who wants to help heal a certain relationship. That's possible. So there's a variety of messages in here for you as far as the good that's coming into your life in July 2026. Let's move on to your oracle card. We have the Peaceful Resolution. What did I say? It's going to be some type of reunion or healing coming into a major relationship. Could be with a sibling, could be with a family member, could be with an ex or a lover of yours. And I feel like you're going to find some kind of calm and amicable solution to a conflict that you were having with someone, not a new conflict, were having. And there's going to be a harmonious outcome to this conflicted situation. Okay, I feel like there's going to be cooperation between the two of you. There's going to be respect, and I feel like this person, they're going to realize that they were wrong for certain things. If you're reuniting with someone and trying to get to know them and all that, and trying to sort of heal the relationship, they're going to realize that part of why they were treating you badly is because they have things wrong with their lives. There's things that they're lacking. They lack certain skills, certain know-how. Maybe they feel poor financially. They feel poor financially, and they just were acting out of a place of insecurity towards you. Everything's going to be blown wide open, and they're going to realize, oh, I need to go off and do work on myself. This had nothing to do with Pile 3. I need to be a better person. So there's just a lot of this kind of energy going on. We have success. Wow. So Pile 3, you're going to be successful at trying to synthesize something. It's something you're trying to put together in July. Maybe you're trying to make, maybe you have a couple, as an example, you got a couple of friends. You got a friend you know in a long time, and you got a new friend. And you're going to want to bring them together and help them get along, because you need to be friends with both of them. You like them both, and you want them both to get along with each other and to create a peaceful, harmonious situation. You are going to be successful in mediating and bringing these pieces together, bringing these people together. It could be a project also. It could be, the project could be you. Perhaps you're trying to bring moderation into your life with certain substances, and you're going to be successful at doing it. Okay, you're going to figure out some secrets. They're going to help you truly beat this imbalance in your life. Okay, it could be an addiction. It could be also a business. Perhaps there's a business you're trying to create, and you're going to be successful. And you're going to invent something, or come up with some clever idea on how to make all the parts work very well. Okay, and so you're going to experience success in this area. We have Fox. Yeah, you're going to be very shrewd. You're going to be very shrewd, resourceful, especially in business, it says here, you see. So pile 3, what I'm getting for you is that you are going to be you're going to be asking the right questions in July. You're going to be asking the right questions. You're going to be talking to the right people about something or someone. Yeah, the light bulb's going to go on when it comes to some idea. You may be inventing something that's possible in July. A very clever invention. We have Hagalas, change, hardiness, and challenge. Right, so Hagalas. It's funny, Hagalas traditionally, this is an elder Futark rune from the Norse traditions. And Hagalas, from my time of studying the Elder Futark runes, represents hail, limitations, delays, forces outside of your control, disruption, right? I'm seeing that in July, there is someone who hurt you in the past who's going to be undergoing a very hard time in life. Very hard time. It's like karma is going to be raining down on their heads. They've been treating you poorly for a long time. Since maybe you all were kids, or since you were a young person, or maybe like a decade ago, or maybe even 5 years ago, but just for a long time now. They've not been treating you well, and now they are going through a dark night of the soul. Okay, it says your change, hardiness, challenge. But they've been going through a dark night of the soul, and they're now thinking back. In July, they're gonna be thinking back on how they treated you and how sweet you were, and how how could they have been like that to you. So this is gonna be a wake up call for them. It's gonna make them realize, oh my gosh, what am I? Am I a beast? Am I a monster? Why would I treat pile 3 like this? Why would I do this? Next we have lemon, bitterness. Yeah, they're going to be bitter. Someone's going to be bitter. They're going to be feeling bitter about their lives, about the hard time that they're going through right now. They're going to be bitter about the fact that maybe you rejected them and cut them out because you're like, no. If you can't be balanced, emotionally in control like this other person I'm seeing now, or like I'm trying to be, you cannot be a part of my world. So you're going to be shunning or rejecting someone, and they're going to be really bitter. They're going to be really sore over it. Pile 3. Okay? They're going to be hurting over it. That's their lot to be had. Okay? When they had a chance to be with you, maybe they didn't want to be calm. All right? And this is going to be all this reality, and the consequences are going to be confronting them in July. They're going to be confronted with this. The way they behaved and the consequences of the way they behaved with you. We have abundance. Yeah, you're going to be meeting someone, or going to have someone in your life, pile 3, who is not only going to be very emotionally mature, they're also going to be very loving, and it's like they're going to be well off. They're going to be well off. They're going to make you feel like you're a rich person, woman. They're going to be adding to you, not only emotionally. Emotionally is huge, right? Emotionally is huge. But they're going to be adding to you materially too. They're going to make you feel like that energy of scarcity is gone. Yeah, is gone. Gone are going to be the times. July is going to be a turnaround for you in feeling loved, in feeling pursued, in feeling valued, in feeling like you're being treated tenderly, and in feeling like you have money, and you like, or that someone who cares about you has money, and so they're going to be throwing that money your way. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's a sugar daddy or whatever. Maybe it is, I don't know. But you're just going to be treated very well by someone in July, and it's going to make the person who mistreated you feel like dog shit. It's going to make them feel rejected. They're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just low-grade trash. I acted in a really bad way, and now I'm dealing with the consequences. So the consequences could be that you shun them. In July, they'll be feeling shunned, and also they're going through a hard time. They may be losing their job. They may be homeless, have nowhere to live. Maybe because you kicked them out and they haven't been able to find a place since. They're going to be bitter in life. Life's going to be handing them bitter apples. It's not going to be pretty, fam, for these people or this person who didn't treat you correctly. Okay, this person who wanted to prove to be misaligned with you. They're proving to be misaligned with you, and I'm seeing excesses in the way they responded. They had maybe heavy-handed responses to you or something like this. We got hammock. Yeah, wow, pile 3. So in the case of those of you, there's someone that you're going to be resolving something with. It's just going to be peace and happiness in July 2026. Easygoing times. No more fighting. No more arguments. No more misalignments. No more, I don't understand you. We're speaking different languages. It's going to be like the dove, the peace. The dove of the Holy Spirit is going to be upon you. It's going to be upon that situation. It's going to be upon your connection. And it's just going to be, you're just going to be like, right? No more stress from that connection. All right. I'm also seeing that you will, maybe if this is internal, you're going to finally come to internal peace when it comes to some matter. All right, in July. That's going to be a pivotal month for you where, there's going to be peace in your life, inner peace too. Not only in dealing with someone else, but in dealing with your own emotions. You're going to reach a place of like, I'm fine now. You got the dove of the white dove symbolizing the Holy Spirit. The peace of the Holy Spirit will be upon you. Peace sign. You got the hammock. You're going to be great. I'm also getting like vacation vibes. You may go somewhere, an island or something, and you're going to be just chillaxing on a hammock somewhere. Maybe even in your own backyard. Okay? And you're just going to be at peace. No one's going to be bothering you. You'll be enjoying the beautiful summer, the breezes, the trees. I mean, just chef's kiss, right? On a day, a beautiful day. We got sandwiches. Oh my goodness. It could be that the thing that you're inventing or putting together is some type of meal. That's very specific for a few of you. You're going to be successful at putting together some beautiful meal or dish or some type of lovely setup or picnic setup or something. That people are going to be like, oh my gosh, Pile 3, this is amazing. This is delicious. Oh my goodness. You're going to just hit the ball out the park with putting something delicious and tasty and healthy in front of people to eat, including yourself. Maybe you'll be an event organizer in July. I'm seeing some of that energy coming through as well. And you're going to do a bang on job with being an excellent caterer. I mean, you might be a caterer. You'll be catering very well to the service, and it's going to go very well. This party, people are going to be like in awe of the food you're making, and you're going to just hit the ball out of the park. This is going to be a big project that you're going to handle very, very well. I'm also getting that you're going to be combining certain forces. Okay, you can maybe working together in tandem with someone else. Maybe you'll be an event organizer, or maybe an event organizer will choose you as the person who will be catering to that event. And so it's going to be a partnership, and it's going to be a flying success. Pile 3. Okay, it could be a career thing, it could be a relationship thing, it could also be internally. I'm getting like just eating healthier, or it could be as simple as that. Okay, you're going to be successful when it comes to putting together healthy meals for yourself and eating in a very healthy way and stepping away from processed foods, high sugary foods, trans fatty acids, all the stuff, and you're going to be going with yummy healthy foods. And I see your body looking very trim, healthy. You're going to be hitting your success points. Perhaps you're going to succeed in July. You're going to be, maybe you had a goal of losing 10 pounds. You're going to lose that 10 pounds by July. Okay, and it's all because you found a way to bring into balance, not starve yourself, but bring into balance all the different nutrients. Perhaps you were nutrient poor. Perhaps the food, you figured out that the foods you were eating, were not giving you enough nutrients, so you were always perpetually hungry because your body was like, okay, we're still hungry. Where's the rest of the nutrients? And so you would end up overeating and eating all these calories. And so in July, you will have found a happy balance or medium and between what's delicious and tasty and what is giving me everything I need, so I'm not constantly hungry, right? I used to be a nutritionist, so that's just a tip there for you. And if you're trying to lose weight, go for high nutrition substances. so that your appetite can go down, like high protein and lots of vegetables, and heck, throw some vitamins in there, okay? We're getting gloomy thoughts. Yeah, okay. Man, someone is going to be depressed over your success. Yikes. Because they're going to be going through a hard time in life. They're going to see how shrewd you are, how resourceful you are in business. And they're going to... This person could have been a gossip, someone who gossiped about you, someone who deceived you. They're going to see... This person thought that the way to success was to be a gossip, was to be a deceitful person, was to be cheat. And they're going to realize that was a losing game, because the game you're playing is the one that's winning, okay? This person is going to be gloomy because you are going to be successful at what it is you are doing. Someone's going to be. I don't know who exactly. Could be a woman, could be a man. They're going to feel gloomy because you are going to be curious about life. You're going to be learning a lot. They didn't understand that they need to be like this. You're actually going to learn facts, right? And apply these facts in July. You're going to speak the truth. You're going to be in communication with the right people. You're going to be vigilant, alert to what's going on, and actually being stable, present, and collecting information and gaining insights that help you succeed in business. And it's going to be depressing somebody else. Someone's going to be watching and being like, damn it. It could be someone you invite to a picnic, or someone that's going to be there eating your food, or they're going to be people who see that you're succeeding at running a business successfully, that are going to be really like, just depressed. We have clarity. Yeah, this person is having a dark night of the soul. They're going to, in July, this person, they're going to realize that you're the good stuff, Pile 3. You're the good stuff. You treated them well. You came at them with innocence. Maybe even with a little naivety. But you know what? The tricky thing about naivety is, people think, oh, you are naive, so you deserve to suffer. Some people think that. But the problem with hurting someone who's naive, who's extending something beautiful, innocent towards you, and doesn't think that you're going to hurt them, okay, because they're innocent, is that the karma is going to be compounded for you. When you hurt innocence, the karma is compounded for those who hurt the innocence, not you. Those who hurt the innocence, Pile 3. And they're going to have clarity about this. Someone is going to be having a dark night of the soul, an eye-opening experience in July, that they should have treated you better. They should have treated you better, Pile 3. That light bulb is going to go off in their head, and they're going to be like, and it's suffering that's going to make them, they're going to be suffering and seeing how you're thriving and doing well, and be like, I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person. I'm suffering now because of what I did to Pile 3. So it's kind of like a delicious karma situation. It's what you're going to be experiencing in July. This is part of the good news. Is you're going to get to watch someone who thought they could trample on others, be deceitful, be sabotaging, be pessimistic, you're going to watch them just be hurting. In fact, you can see this, you may see them in July. You may actually see this person. They're going to be walking around all gloomy, looking depressed, and the word's going to be out that, someone's going to be gossiping about them, that they're going through a hard time right now. So you're going to be aware that they're really struggling right now. This person who hurt you, who you tried to be good to but couldn't be good to you, you're going to be seeing the karma written all over their face. So it's going to be like a delicious revenge day. Your hands are going to be clean because you're not trying to hurt nobody, okay? But you're going to get to see it in July. Well, we got mystery landing on bitterness. Unknown, puzzle, illusion, confusing. Again, this person's energy is coming through. This person, I don't know who they are, but it's all about their negative karma. You ever hear that saying, you will watch them rue the day, Pile 3. You will watch them fall. You will watch them reap their karma. That's what you're going to be seeing them, be bitter, be depressed, moody, hurting, and they're not going to be part of your life anymore, but you're going to see them. You're going to see them somewhere. and they're going to be hurting. You're going to be like, okay, well, that's what happens, So it feels like you're going to be vindicated this in July. Pile 3. We have yin-yang balance. You're going to find the right person for you, Pile 3, July 2026. There's going to be someone in your life who's going to be just loving you, in love with you, pouring abundant love upon you, also being supportive of you as you build your business, or supporting you in some type of financial way. They're gonna be the yin to your yang, or the yang to your yin. So you're gonna meet someone, and you're gonna be with someone this in July who's very loving towards you, or you're gonna have an opportunity, maybe even a career opportunity that's very good to you, and maybe the career opportunity in the past that did not treat you well, you will get to see them fall. You will get to see them struggle. You will get to see them be bitter. You will get to see them be confused, and they will have this clarity when they see you. Oh yeah, I remember Pile 3. I dealt with them in the past. They were nice to me. I guess I could have been nicer to Pile 3 in the past. Regrets, all that. You're going to be seeing it in their face. Okay? All right, so we're going to move into the advice portion. And the way we're going to be approaching this is I'm going to look into 3 challenges you're going to be having in July. And what is the advice for how you should deal with this challenge? The first challenge is the Queen of Pentacles. So, I do feel like maybe there's something you're going to want to nurture, something you're going to want to pour money on or give, really, really like pamper, but you'll struggle with it. You will not be able to successfully pamper this person or nurture this thing. Maybe you want to pamper yourself, but you'll be struggling with, finding the time to do so or something. Or also getting that you may be dealing with a mother figure, or it could be a father figure that's very nurturing, but they like overdo it sometimes. It could be that they like to they may be someone who what's the word I'm looking for? They're very smothering, right? They overdo it. Maybe you may be dealing with someone selfish. That's possible. But let's get some information. So this is another character coming through here for you. Or maybe this could be your business. You're wanting to see your business thrive. There's a business you've been working on that you've been wanting to see thrive. Let's see here. It says, Canary Spirit is the advice. Sing your own song. Okay. Look, we got 2 crowns here. So, Pile 3, I see that no matter what you're dealing with when it comes to your finances in July, or whenever if you're dealing with a personality who likes to take care of you almost to a point of smothering you. Maybe it could be I won't say maybe an over controlling mother, but really just a smothering mother who's like, no, let me do this, no, you gotta come over here, let me do this, and you're like, I've got it, I'm good, mom, or I'm good, or something. Or maybe then the advice in that situation would be maintain your independence. Do things your way regardless of what this person is trying to do for you. They can't force it down your throat. Ultimately that's up to you. You don't have to keel over and be like, all right, fine, just smother me, I guess. No, you can stand up for yourself and sing your own song. Be independent. Dare to live life on your own terms. That's the advice. Okay, be true to yourself and what it is that you want. Speak up about what it is you actually want. If you are struggling with a business, what I'm getting the advice is that, honor your uniqueness. Honor your uniqueness. Don't start saying, oh, my business is not going, it's not thriving like I would want. Let me see what business XYZ is doing. Oh, maybe I should do it more like them. Nope. Stand your ground. Do it your way. Your uniqueness is your gold, Pile 3. Honoring your personality and your unique flavor, your unique tune, is exactly what makes you valuable. And the moment you trade that for copying someone else, you've lost something. So don't do it. Continue to sing your song. There may be no one gathering around you yet, or you're not seeing like fruition. Hang in there. That's what I'm getting. Stand your ground and sing your song. We got Cowboy. Yeah. I'm getting like, this is the wild, wild west, You're in uncharted territory, Pile 3. You're going to be in uncharted territory. And in July, what it is you need to just pony up, put on, I can see a lot of hats, a lot of head coverings, which is status, represents status. And, you have status, Pile 3. You are someone of importance. There is some qualifications you have, or experiences you've had, you can put that hat on your head and stand your ground. Okay? And, you know, in the wild, wild west, there's a lot of desert, there's a lot of emptiness there. But, you know, you're a frontiersman or frontierswoman. Remember that. You're in uncharted territory. So the way this would happen was a lot of these towns would come together and build around. Certain people would show up and they'd be like, they were the trailblazers. You are a trailblazer, Pal 3. So in July, remember that you're a trailblazer, and you need to just sit there and keep singing that song and ride your horse and start to build that town or that city. Start to build it up. You know, if you build it, people will come. Okay? So hang in there with your vision and understand that you're a frontiersman or frontierswoman. So it's going to take a while, but eventually people, energies, resources will start to coalesce around you. So wait for it, okay? And honor your inner song. People will show up and be like, oh my gosh, this is so interesting. I like this. This is unique. This is not like anything I've ever heard anywhere else. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to be here. So someone's going to show up, and you have to be singing your unique song to compel them to stay. If you're like everybody else, they're like, well, I know someone who's doing this exact same thing somewhere else, and they're actually doing it better, so I'm just going to move on. You see? So do your own unique song. Cannot be copied. You're original. You're unique. Do you. If this is someone who's smothering you, I'm getting, hey, it's okay to get up and leave, honey. It's okay to get up and gallop on out of there. Go somewhere you hadn't gone before. It's okay to leave this person behind. They're going to be okay. All right, let's move on to your second challenge. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Wow, we got a lot of pentacles here. You're having issues of practical reality to deal with. So there's some type of slow-moving energy in your life, Pal 3. It could be a stubborn person. It could be a slow-moving career. It could be someone who is lazy, or you're just not seeing the movement you would like to see. They're holding on to it. Things are holding, but it's just not moving like you would like it to move. You know, I'm seeing a horse just standing there and someone just sitting there. They're holding it. They're responsible, but it's not moving like you would like it to be. Okay, so this could be your career. This could be a person, a relationship, an activity, your physical reality. It could be something going on in your home or in your life that you're like, I want to see this thing move, but it's not moving. We got Just Let Me Be as your advice. Liberation. Free spirit, wild and authentic. So again, I'm getting this like, you know, it's smothering. Now we're getting stubborn. So it might be the same person. It could be that there's going to be a very unique struggle that's going to be pretty prevalent in July, where you're dealing with someone who's stuck in their ways and wants to do things a certain way. And you need to break out and be free. Be yourself. That's the consistent message. Be yourself. Liberate yourself. You don't got to sit around, hang around with this person, accepting them, trying to control you, manipulate you by saying, I'll take care of you. I'll do it like this. You know, this is how it's going to be. Da, 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 da. Be yourself. Okay? Break free. Be a free spirit. Be wild. Be authentic. Now, if you're dealing with a situation, like a work situation that's not flowing, or business that's not moving much, again, that message is be wild and free. Do it your way. This is an opportunity. You know, when things are going slow, people don't realize one of the pros to things going slow is you're free to be yourself, right? You're not going to be limited. Think about if you have 3 sets of eyes watching you versus 1,000 sets of eyes watching you. You're more pressured to just do it the way they expect you to do it when there's 1,000 people watching you. When there's 3 people watching you, you'll be like, you know what? It's kind of feeling a little lolly in here. Let me just do this goofy little thing. Blah, 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 blah. And then the 3 people watching will be like, what the hell? You just don't feel pressure because there's just not many people there. So you can experiment. You can be yourself completely. You can try different things, you know, but remain consistent or be reliable. But I'm getting that you can, you know, when, you know, this is a time when things are moving slow for you to just practice being authentic. Practice being free in being you. Practice it before sets of eyes, tons of people, tons of energies come through, and now you feel paranoid and shy and you know, more on your P's and Q's and T's, you know, and you're just like, I think I need to okay, you're feeling the pressure. You know, there is no pressure right now because of how slow things are moving, so take advantage of that. Your next piece of advice for this Knight of Pentacles challenge, it says you're a wood snake. Enjoy the waiting game. What did I say? What did I say? Oh my gosh, Spirit is speaking to us today in all these readings. I'm so grateful. But Spirit is speaking to you, Pal 3. is there is a certain freedom when things are slow, right? Chill. Take the time to rest. Take the time to, if things are going slow, maybe don't work quite as hard, slow down your output. But keep a lookout and be in a state of alert. But you can chill, right? You don't have to be on the hunt. Hurry, if business is slow, show up and do 4-hour work days rather than do a 10-hour work day, right? This is a time for you to take a break and enjoy your life while business is slow. Leave a way for people to contact you in case they show up and you're not there. Or if they show up and you're not there, say, I'm available from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. So that person will be like, okay, well, they're here from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. So they're here, they're kicking, they're going, I'll come back, right? If they're truly interested in your product, they'll come back. So, but you see how you're creating consistency by saying, I am here, just I'm going to limit my hours, or I'm not going to do quite as much while there's very little going on. Conserve your energy. Be yourself, be more relaxed, be you, but be consistent, right? Your third challenge that I'm getting here is the Two of Cups. This could be a relationship that you're feeling challenged with. This could be a person that you're dating. This could be a partnership, a connection in your life. Perhaps you're wanting to attract a particular person into your life. This is in July, right? All these challenges are going to pop up in July, or are a continuation of challenges from your past. But I'm seeing that there's going to be some type of challenge that appears in the realm of relationships or connection or business partnership, something like this. Let's get the advice for this. We have Ojiolomo. When death calls, there's no place to hide. So, on pile 3, it looks like you're being advised to go with the flow in this connection. If this connection is going through a time in July, there may be a friendship or connection or a business partnership that's going kind of slow or is not forthcoming like you would like, go with the flow. That's kind of what I'm getting there. Accept it. Accept it. Maybe accept the ending of a friendship. Okay, let's get more information. We have, you are the protagonist of the story. Yeah, write your story. So I'm getting accepted. I am getting that. But it's also saying use this ending as fodder. Think about different ways of dealing with an ending. You can deal with an ending as a side character, right? Or you can deal with an ending as a main character. What would a main character, someone with main character energy, which would be you, pile 3, how would main character energy deal with an ending to a relationship? Or deal with a change, a major change in a relationship? They would, a few different ways, and maybe multiple ways. Maybe they would seize it and say, okay, let me be the boss of this new situation. It's different. Let me see if I can, stay on top of it. Okay. What do I need to do to adjust to this? Let me go ahead and get on it right now, get adjusted and get ahead of this change. Or this relationship is ending. You know what? I can be mature about this. I can be like, you know what? I learned a lot from you, person. I learned a lot. This was a really good connection. I wish you the best. And then, you can handle it with aplomb. Okay? You can handle it with maturity. That's main character energy for you. Okay? There's more and more examples like this. Just, like I said, put yourself in main character energy and think to yourself, whatever the struggle is that you're dealing with when it comes to a relationship or a partnership or a business partnership or some type of union or connection, tell yourself, I'm the main character. How would a main character deal with this in your world, right? Own it, be at peace with it, accept it, learn from it, and start a new connection somewhere else with someone else. But learn from it, like, okay, I learned not to do that, or I learned that doesn't quite work. I'm gonna try something different next time. Seize this lesson of this, whatever is happening in this connection, as a learning opportunity for you to either grow from and apply to this connection or apply to another connection. And that's what I'm seeing the cards for you, pile 3. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you, your story, and share with others on this channel, this community. If you really value what I've done here and you would like to know how to support me and support the work that I do here, then I would like to suggest that you subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, then I thank you greatly for that. I really deeply appreciate it. I appreciate your energy in supporting this channel and this community and being a part of this community. If you'd like to know other ways to help me, you can hype this video as well. And that will force the algorithm to push out this video so that a lot more people will watch it, and this will grow the channel and grow our community here that you are already a part of. You may also consider joining and getting a membership, and what that will give you is an access to a library of members only videos, and also give you early access to the videos that I post here every Wednesdays and Fridays. Sometimes they're available on Monday, or they're available the week prior. It just depends on the availability, but when they are ready, as soon as they're ready, you will have access to them first. You get first dibs, you get first watch, and you can put in your comments and I will respond to your comments first. Thank you so much for bringing your energy to the spread. I really appreciate you coming over and watching. Take very good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye. Welcome to your reading, Pile 4. So what is the good news coming into your life in July 2026? And what is the advice, the best advice for you in July 2026? We're going to be getting both of those going today. Let's move your number over to the left. You chose Raise Your Glass. There's a message on it actually. It says, you change the world by being yourself. I love that. I love that. Okay. You chose Cancer the Crab. Taurus, the Bull, and Virgo, the Maiden or Virgin. Ooh, let's put that over there. Okay, so let's do a vibe check. I'm going to tune in, and then after that, we're going to go into your card reading. But let's start with the vibe check first. So what's the good news coming into your life? So the good news, Pile 4, is that you're going to have some type of gathering in July 2026. Is going to make you feel really good. You may not, maybe you don't like gathering with others, I don't know, but whether you do or you don't, there's some type of gathering, a moment in July 2026 is going to make you feel really good. I feel like you're going to be meeting up with people you like or love. Also getting that people that you meet up with will celebrate you, like what you're about, or they'll celebrate some type of successful outcome in your life. I'm also getting that if in July 2026, regardless of whether you hang out with others or not, and I get the feeling for some of you, you might not hang out with too many people, you're going to be feeling great regardless, because you're going to be stepping into a phase of yourself where you're realizing, I like me, okay? I like my own company. I enjoy my own company. I'm awesome. Not from a cocky, egotistical place, but it's just from pure enjoyment. You love your own energy that you've cultivated. And in July, you're really going to be frolicking, reveling, and just, losing yourself in it and enjoying a good time. I see you having a good time. I see you sitting on your patio or something with a glass of wine, Chardonnay, or whatever, just looking out across the field or in your apartment, or your home, and just checking out the greenery and seeing the birds flying or seeing cars driving by, and just loving the moment, loving your own energy, loving yourself. And that is a gift, Pile 4. That is a beautiful gift, so enjoy it. I'm also getting that you're going to be feeling liberated in July 2026 in some particular matter. Perhaps you are feeling forced to conform. You are feeling forced to do things the way, maybe pressured would be a better word, to do things the way others expect it, or do things the way others expect you to do, maybe like them, or be more like them, or be more like others. And in July, you're going to be feeling liberated in the sense that you're going to be really enjoying doing things exactly your way. An example that comes to mind could be maybe you, I'm not saying quit your job, but maybe you quit your job, just an example, prior to July, and you're going to be enjoying having a business of your own, or doing your business in your own way. Maybe you have finally sort of freed yourself from this pressure you put on yourself to, maybe you had a side business and you're like, I'm going to do it the way this formula that was given to me, that I've read about in so many books, and all the big wigs and all the big names did it this way, and I guess I have to do it that way. You're going to finally be honoring your own intuition, Pile 4, your own inner knowing of how you should be doing it, what works best for you. You will have let go of that, and you're going to be enjoying that phase of your life in July. Yeah, I'm also seeing you getting rid of people or being celebrating your freedom from people or situations that were pressuring you to act or be a certain way, and you're like, I don't want to be that way. That doesn't work for me. Or that's toxic. Or that doesn't suit me. I don't have to kowtow to this. This doesn't work for me. I don't have to. And walking away and really enjoying it, not regretting it, not feeling sad, not feeling bad, feeling freaking awesome and enjoying your time. In fact, feeling celebratory about it. Okay? Celebratory. In July 2026, I'm getting that someone's going to be watching you. I feel like people are going to be watching what you do. There's something you do. People are going to be keeping an eye on it. They're going to be keeping an eye on your roster, your schedule, the way you do it. You're going to have eyes on what you do. You're going to also find something you've been looking for. You've been looking for something, Power 4. Something that honors who you are. That honors what works best for you. You being true to yourself. You're going to find the thing that complements it. You may even find a person. It's possible. You may find a pet. Is it possible you might find a pet? Could be a dog, could be a cat, could be a bird. That's just for some of you in July 2026 who is going to be all about you, fam. They're going to be so happy that you picked them. Maybe it's a rescue or something. And they're going to be all eyes on you. And they're going to be all about you. And you're going to love this connection. You're going to love this avid interest in you and in the connection. I feel like I see you bringing like an animal or new pet into your life, and that pet being like looking around and settling down and looking at you and going, what do we do now? And you being just so thrilled and enjoying this new connection. Okay, you may meet someone new who is very entranced by you. You may get someone's going to have a major crush on you in July, and you're not going to be creeped out by it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy the connection, or you're going to enjoy the attraction towards you. You're going to enjoy being, the focus of someone's, avid interest in, oh my gosh, like, Power 4, wow, who are you? I'm so entranced by you. And I'm not getting like love bombing vibes. I'm not getting like, I'm not getting that kind of thing. I'm getting more of awe. Like, where have you been all my life? It could be you, romantically, sexually. It could be also something you're doing. It could be your work or something you produce and put out there, and someone just avidly watching it and being like, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is out there. This is going to be this awe directed at you in July 2026. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot card. We have the 7 of Swords. You're going to be working smart, not hard in July, Power 4. Yeah. You're going to find some shortcuts that make you very successful. You're going to figure out what to leave out, what to avoid, and what to do. Like, you're going to figure out, maybe there's going to be some kind of project you're doing, and you're going to realize, I don't need to be doing all this. That's not necessary. So your intelligence is going to kick in. And you're intelligent, Power 4. I don't mean kick in, but you're just going to have a flash of insight. The way you've been going about something, it's too cumbersome. It's too draining. It's taking too much from you. You're going to figure out that if I leave 3, 4, and 5 alone, and do 1, 2, and 6, and do 7 later, I'll get the same results. Something like this. You're just gonna have this brain flash. You're just gonna have this. You're gonna have this epiphany, and you're going to start working smarter, and you're just. It's going to lead to an easier life while getting similar results. I'm also getting, Power 4, that you're going to be abandoning something or someone who, or whatever this thing or person is. They're not good for you, Power 4. They're not good for you. You're just going to leave them behind. You're going to take all your stuff. It could be a group project or something. You're going to be like, you know what? This isn't working. You're going to take your items and the things that you contributed, take them and go somewhere else. Because you're like, this isn't working. Maybe they're too restrictive. They're slowing you down. They're too backstabby, or they cause too much pain or friction. Whatever it is, you're going to be getting away from this energy, and that's going to be good for you. That's good news for you. It's also possible that someone's going to be coming in your direction flying in your direction and leaving behind something that didn't serve them in favor of you. Okay, so we're going to get more information and see what this is all about. All right, we got the Two of Pentacles. So in July, there'll be some type of change that you're going to be making that's going to make you very happy, very happy. It could be that you're going to be playing more, you're going to be having more fun in your life in July. It's not going to be all work and no play. You're going to be, perhaps you'll be leaving work behind, or working like a dog. You'll be leaving that behind and focusing on having fun, right? Focusing on lighthearted activities, maybe going to the circus, or exercising, jogging in your neighborhood, playing games, juggling balls, I don't know, like just some type of fun, lighthearted activity. So this is something that's going to make you feel really good. I'm also getting like being able to better juggle work and play, or better juggle a couple of activities or two sources of income. I'm also getting like two sources of income coming in for a few of you in July 2026. There's this idea that you're going to have two sources of income or ways of making money. And so that's going to be good for you, right? You're going to be very balanced and able to adapt, handling multiple priorities and maintaining a certain harmony without getting overwhelmed. Okay, and I think this is related to those shortcuts I mentioned earlier, working smart, not hard. Okay, and so you being able to sort of be like, okay, you know what, I can get the same kind of results working job A or activity A by just doing this and leaving these. I think I can handle that, and it works. And then this gives you space and time to do some other activity, maybe activity B, which could be maybe another source of income, or another activity like more time for yourself, or going out, or exercising, or something like this. So this is going to, the sense of harmony and being able to go back and forth, and it's just going to lighten things up for you and make you feel better about your life. This is going to be good news for you. We have the King of Wands. I feel like, you know, while in the midst of doing this, you're going to be encouraged, Pile 4. Someone's going to be encouraging you to do this. It could be maybe the person who is in charge of your activities, activity A, we'll go back to that analogy or example, is saying, yeah, Pile 4, go for it. If you can achieve the same results while doing these shortcuts, I'm good with that, because I want to support you in doing this other thing you want to be doing, because I want you to succeed. You know, you're going to have someone in your corner, Pile 4, who is very supportive of how, you know, of you wanting to be more multifaceted or juggling. They're going to support you in this, okay? I'm getting dating in the dating world. I don't know, maybe like I'm getting, for just a few of you, like someone who's open to you having multiple relationships. Goodness. Of course, this is not for everyone, so if it's not yours, just leave it and let others have it. But I feel like someone's going to be aware that you want to be open and or be seeing someone else, and they're going to be okay with it. I'm also getting like that you're going to be an entrepreneur, Pile 4. This is another message coming through. You have a boldness of vision that you're going to be putting into effect in July 2026. And like, you're just going to be, you're going to be bold. You're going to be bold, and you're going to be starting a business or handling your business very well. You're going to be your own boss and doing your own thing. Also getting like that there may be a man or a woman even, or person that you're dealing with who is very very charismatic, who maybe you'll be seeing, maybe you be working less so that you can date this person. Okay, that's a possibility. Okay, you could be dating someone who is like a hunk, or just got this seriously nice assertive male energy, who's going to be very turned on by you, I must say. And you know, it could be that you're making time for your romantic life in July 2026 in a way that you never have before. So those are a few messages there. We got the Queen of Cups. Oh, you're going to be in love. You're going to be falling for someone in July, Pile 4. You're going to be falling for someone. You're going to be loving a man or a person that you're going to be dating. And you're going to be loving them because they're supportive of you supportive and aware of the fact that you got multiple things going on, and they're going to be willing to work with you on this. Okay, it could be a boss figure, it could be a new mate or someone that you're dating, or it could be that someone you've been dating from before is gonna they're gonna show you a side of themselves that makes you feel more loving towards them, which is they're gonna be like, yeah, I understand that you can't spend all your time with me or something like this, and you need to go do something else, or I get that you need to sort of juggle and you got a lot going on. I'm going to make space for that. I'm going to be understanding of this and supportive of this, and you're going to love this person for it. Okay, you got the 5 of Wands. Yeah, so I feel like someone's going to be competing with you. I don't know what it is, but like someone's going to see how well you're doing, and they're going to be competing and struggling to try to be like you, to try to emulate you. Okay, they're going to be inspired by you, actually. And it could be that maybe they see you in your man or your relationship, and they're going to be like, I want to get a man like Power 4 has. I want to get a woman like Power 4 has. A woman will be loving you, or a man will be very supportive of you, depending on who's watching, okay, or what gender you like to date. And this is going to be a very inspiring relationship to others. There are going to be others who are trying to compete with you, maybe for your mate even. I see that, because they want what you have. So it's a compliment. This is a compliment. And it's not going to cause you stress. This is not the kind of competition where you're going to come home and find them in your husband's bed, or find them in your girl's bed, or whatever. No. It's just that there's going to be this kind of energy around you where it's flattering, actually, where people want to have what you have, so they're trying to struggle to keeping up with the Joneses, that kind of energy, kind of in your direction a little bit. I also see that there are people that are going to be hard at work. Someone's going to be hard at work. It's going to be friendly competition. It's going to be friendly competition, is what I was trying to say earlier. I also see that there are people that are going to be very hard at work to help make something that's important to you happen. Okay? There's something that's important to you. They're going to be hard at work trying to make it happen for you. Okay? So you're going to have like a team of people, and I feel like they're going to be almost like so caught up in it that they're going to be working with others trying to make this thing happen for you, but they're going to be like, no, we should do it like this for Power 4. This is what Power 4 wants. It could be maybe they're planning a surprise party, or they are working on a project that you assign them, and they're so into it that they're going to be like, no, we should do it like this, we should do it like that. But it's good, because when you have ideas competing, then the best wins, and this is actually good for you, good for your business. I also see people struggling and competing to try to get appointments with you. If you have a business, there are people that are going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to hurry up and go get an appointment with Power 4 before other people come in and get an appointment. There'll be people contacting you saying, can I get an appointment for 4 months out from now, please? Because I know how easily you get booked up and all. So people are going to be squabbling for your services, Power 4, in July 2026. Congratulations. But yeah, they're going to be just squabbling and trying to, get in with you, get in where they fit in with you, and they'll want to be part of your circle and be in your energy, and because they want that clout. They'll want the clout that you give them. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, Power 4, you'll be making bank. You are going to be making bank. You're going to be abundant in July. Yes, I see it. Because you're going to be having money flowing in from multiple sources. Power 4. Multiple sources. So, yeah, I just see money coming in. Oh my gosh. Your business, whatever business you're nurturing, or businesses, or your line of work, whatever it is you're doing, it's just going to be creating a lot of security for you. And you're going to be able to also take very good care of your loved ones in July. Like, spoiling them, giving them whatever they need and want. It's like, you picture that kid that's growing up in a nice house, you ever see, picture the scene. You picture the scene, you open the doors of this beautiful home or apartment or condo or whatever, and it's just this posh furniture and nicely decorated. You see a kid running around in a little tricycle in the living room with a big giant TV watching their favorite show, and they're wearing nice clothes, and they, their mouths are full because they're eating something yummy, and there's someone running after them, making sure there are diapers on them, and the floors are sparkling clean, and everything is like, damn, this baby is like well taken care of, fancy baby, life is good for the baby. Obviously, the people who are taking care of this baby have money or have the means to take care of this child very well, and the child is like just happy, just thoughtlessly enjoying life. And this is going to be your child, Power 4. Okay, or this could be a business. Your business is going to be thriving, like all the productivity criteria is going to be met. Any kind of appointments, your books are going to be filled, schedules filled, everything's flowing smoothly, logistics is going to be smooth, appointments are going to be met, like everything is going very smoothly in your world in July 2026, especially when it comes to money matters or business matters, or when it comes to the matters of something you're taking care of, something you are nursing, nurturing, that kind of a vibe. Let's move on to your oracle card. We have puppy love. I've got a puppy right now. Her name's Lulu. Say hi, Lulu. Lulu, say hi. She's an 8-month-old Maltese Chihuahua mix. She's my emotional support animal. I feel like everybody uses those words now. Everybody just says emotional support animal when we're not even an emotional support animal. You need like a license for it or something. But it's kind of like become a phrase you just kind of throw around, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I guess in a sense, yeah, because Lulu makes me feel good. Lulu helps me feel wonderful and adds to my happiness. So I guess in that sense, she's an emotional support animal. So, Power 4, I feel that the good news for you, Power 4, is that you're going to have people crushing on you. I said that before. Someone from your past is going to be thinking of you, puppy love, like all this, infatuated with you, and maybe you used to date this person, moved on from them, but they're going to be wanting you back, Power 4. They can remember when you all were young. They're going to be wanting to go back to that time or get you back in their lives. And they want that back again. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. So you're going to have someone who's adoring you, wanting you from afar, who used to date you maybe when you were young, or who maybe they didn't date you. Maybe they were friends with you and they always wished that they had gotten to date you. But you took off. You went to go take care of yourself, take care of your own stuff, and they're missing you. Okay, they're missing you. I'm also getting, like, the good news is that you will be able to avoid wasting your time with certain useless tasks so that you can go focus on your young ones, on your loved ones. Okay, young ones or loved ones. Could be your niece, nephew, your children. It could be your literal pets. It could be, or just family members that you love and care for, that you'll be able to spend time with them because you're going to figure out how to work smart, not hard. Okay, and still be getting the same results. So that's good news for you. It could be you also taking care of your inner child. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Like, giving yourself time to, like, I'll say, like, for instance, you're working a job or a career and you're spending 45 hours on this job a week, and then you realize that you're all work and no play. And you start wistfully daydreaming about going rollerblading because you love rollerblading so much. And you start making time. In July, you start finding ways to cut corners, and still make sure you're doing everything right. Everything's still going to work out right. You're not going to cut corners that destroy your business or your work or your reputation. It's going to be very on point, and you're going to be going to go satisfy your inner child and heal your inner child and feed your inner child. So you're going to be a very balanced creature in that way. Next, we have best friends, soulmate. I do feel like you're going to be juggling friendships in July. That's one message coming through. I'm also getting that you're going to have a couple of friends that are really good for you, and you're going to keep both of them in your life. I'm also getting that you're going to create time for your friends in July. You're going to be like, I don't want to be all work and no play. I'm not going to be doing that. I need to go find my friends. I need to go find my family. And you're going to be spending time with these people. Okay, I'm seeing union, kinship, loving energies, harmoniousness, good time, smiling, hanging out with someone, putting in that, giving people your presence. And I see that coming through, that you're going to be prioritizing that in July 2026. And it's going to bring you so much joy, okay? So much joy. And, you're just going to create memories, have heart-to-hearts, listen to them. They're going to listen to you. This could be a platonic thing. This could be a soulmate thing. Yeah, so there are platonic soulmates. Could be a relationship. It could be a family or someone who's so close to you, you consider them family. Or spending time with your pets or your dog or your cat. And you're just going to be having a really good time. Next, we have the chain of events that will affect your life. We got chain. Okay. Yeah, you're going to maintain your connections, Part 4. That's what I'm seeing. There's someone important in your life. Could be a father figure. Could be like a significant other or romantic partner that you are going to be holding on to. Okay? You're not going to be letting go of them. You're going to be holding on to. So even if they have moved or relocated and it's a long distance relationship, you're going to be maintaining that long distance relationship, going to go visit them. Perhaps you'll be, they'll be coming to visit you. I see someone being assertive and taking action. They're going to be taking action towards you to support you, show their support, and come out and visit you as well. So I see flights, I see visits, I see journeys to different parts of the world, and maintaining this connection with this person beautifully. It's going to work. And they're going to be understanding. This is someone who's very understanding of the fact that work needs to be juggled with love. Or understanding of the fact, it could be a boss figure who understands that maybe you need to be a certain part of the world dealing with business here, and then go to another part of the world to deal with their business. And they're going to be okay with sharing you. They're going to be okay. They're going to understand as long as the stuff is being taken care of properly, and you will be proving that. This is why they'll be supporting you in this, okay? Next, we have Lagos. This is an Elder Futhark rune from the Norse tradition. Traditionally for me, Lagos, according to my learnings, signifies water, changes, healthy changes, evolution, a cleansing. Could also mean a female figure, which we have here. The Queen of Cups, very interesting, very, very resonant. It's landing on the Queen of Cups. Part 4, I feel like you are going to be activating your divine feminine within, okay? Or you're going to be finding your divine feminine, spending time with your divine feminine, okay? And you're going to be spending time with someone you care about a lot. Okay, I'm seeing loving energies. I'm seeing healing energies too. Healing a relationship that maybe had previously been very conflicted. I'm just seeing that your heart's going to be undergoing some type of healing in July. And you are going, there's forgiving energies, there's loving energies, there's healing energies coming through for you in July when it comes to, maybe you'll be recuperating from a relationship, or you'll be healing a relationship with someone. I'm getting that someone's love and support will be healing you as well. You'll be getting over some trauma of the past, perhaps in relation to having conflict with someone pretty regularly or something. And it stressed you out. That's possible, okay? And so in July 2026, you will be getting over that, okay? And also be operating from your feminine side and not needing to have this hard energy, because it'll just be that good of a situation for you in your relationships and in your life in general. We have reconciliation. Oh my gosh, we keep getting this. We got reconciliation. You will be reconciling with someone. Yeah. So there is someone that there was a bit of a conflict, maybe due to location, or maybe due to disagreements on how to do something, okay? Disagreements on how to go about something from your past. And I see a reconciliation is coming up, and it's going to be good, fam. It's going to be good. And I see that it's going to be healthy and wholesome. It's not going to be the kind of reconciliation that comes at the cost of swallow your pride, just come over here and do what you're supposed to. No, it's going to be true healing, okay? It's going to be a detoxing. I'm seeing also, if your health has been struggling, I see that your health will be improving due to a correction based on your diet and kind of things that you're eating in July 2026. Next, we have Soul Tribe. Yay, Soul Tribe. I love that. Yeah, your money's going to be coming from people who get you, okay? Your money's going to be coming through people who understand what it is you're trying to do, okay? You're going to be a symbol to these people, or to this group, okay? Or this crowd, or clients. And, they're going to fuel your passion, your purpose. They're going to, they're going to be clamoring towards you because of who you are and what you do and what you provide. You provide comfort. You provide nurturing. You provide, in July, you'll be providing comfort, nurturing, and, maybe motherhood even, okay? You'll be taking care of your people in July 2026 very well, okay? Very well. And they'll be looking up to you as someone to provide a vision for how to do something or how to handle something. And this is where your money will be coming through, and you'll be viewed as such in July. And there's a group of people that are going to really, I almost want to say put you on a pedestal, but they're going to see you as having a certain type of status, that you're just going to have that status. And they're going to really venerate you and view you as you are and treat you that way. And this is good news for you in July 2026. You're also going to be taking really good care of your family or your soul tribe. We have snoring. I feel like there's someone you've been dealing with in your past that you're going to be getting away from because of something annoying they were doing. Okay, someone from your past. You're going to be successful. And I feel like this might be the same person who's pining for you to come back. And I see that in July 2026, it could be this person snores. That could be how you know them. But it could be just some other annoying trait that you're like, I don't want to put up with that anymore. You'll be avoiding this person, avoiding the situation. It could be someone you grew up with or you spent a long time with. And it's going to suit you just fine to do this. It's going to suit you just fine. I'm also getting like that you will be getting rest. You'll be getting rest rather than, having to comply with or cater to some relationship or connection that maybe you found draining, where you have to play almost like a mothering role or a fathering role. And you're like, I don't have time for that. I got to go take care of me. If you can't raise yourself or take care of yourself, I'm talking about this is with an adult now, okay, not with a child or a puppy. But, you're just going to be avoiding this person who's acting like a child from your past. Could be a past lover. And you're like, I don't want to deal with that anymore because I need my rest and I can't let this person drain my life force and drain my life energy. So you're going to be successful at avoiding this person or avoiding this energy or situation. Okay. You're avoiding situations in July that need to be babied. You're getting away from that. And that's the good news for you. Next we have Europe. I feel like you may be traveling to some foreign country with your buddies, okay, or with a loved one, okay, or with someone you're dating, or a best friend, or a family member, or a sibling, and you're just going sightseeing and having fun with someone you care about. That's definitely coming through. That's a message coming through for you for July 2026. That's good news. You're going to be enjoying your life. You may just go sightseeing, maybe not in another country, but just another town, or just go see what the sights to see or visit in your town with a close friend or a close buddy. And that close friend or close buddy could be yourself, right? Just enjoying your own company. You're going to go check out things, go see things, go be around beautiful sights and sounds, okay, that kind of thing. Next we have court official. So I do feel like if you are dealing with like a separation or a divorce situation, then I see in July 2026 that it was beneficial. It was a good thing. And you are going to be able to successfully navigate. Perhaps this is someone that you still feel tied to, but you moved away from them. You no longer live with them or live near them. And it could be a marriage, it could be an ex situation of some type, or it could be like a business where you used to work or someone used to do business with, and you're like, I'm just going to distance myself from this person. And I feel like there's going to be a lawyer or a judge or someone who supports you in doing this, and they're going to be handling your court case or your arbitration or whatever it is very well. It could be a third party that's trying to maybe sort of mediate between the two of you, and it's going to go well. It's going to go well because I feel like you'll be able to break free from this person if that's what you want, and do it in a very civilized way and in a healthy way. Okay, if there's like going to be like some type of settlement or something where, you know, it's going to be handled well. The separation is going to be facilitated well and handled well. If it's a therapist that has to sort of help navigate this, then that could be the case. For some of y'all, if you're still wanting to remain in contact with this person, you're just trying to, I don't want to say teach them a lesson, but you're trying to sort of assert your independence and assert your standards, okay, to this person. So in a way, they have a chance with you, but they have to, if they want to maintain connection with you despite this distance, then there's certain rules that are going to have to be followed. And I feel like either a third party is going to be helping you, making sure that this is happening correctly, or you being more formal in this connection is going to serve you. It's going to serve this connection, and it's going to cause this person to be support. They're going to be supportive of you wanting this space. Because they want to maintain the connection with you. It's going to go well. I feel like it's well aspected for July, pile 4. Next, we're getting keep going. We got Laguz, keep going, and the Queen of Cups. Keep loving yourself, pile 4. Keep being yourself. Keep loving yourself. Keep. Oh my gosh, guys, are you seeing this? There's a globe with a winding track all around it, and here we have a globe again with chains around it. So pile 4, I'm feeling like you're gonna be jet setting, traveling the world in July or something. You're gonna be going on a trip, vacationing, checking out, you know, Paris, London, Italy, for some of you this is true. Or it could be that you're just going to be hitting up different spots in your town, your city, checking them out, enjoying yourself, driving around the city, checking out all the different things going on. You know, you're going to be traveling and checking out the world. This is how you're going to be loving yourself in July 2026, pile 4. And it could be by yourself, or it could be with a friend or a loved one, like a lover. Next, we have trash. Yeah. We have reconciliation and 5 of Wands. Yeah. So I do see that there's someone who's butting heads with you, pile 4. Someone who's been butting heads with you in the past. And in July, they're going to realize that, you may be throwing them away if they're not careful. Okay? That you may be getting rid of them, that you are starting to view them as a waste of time and worthless. Or they could be viewing themselves as worthless compared to you. Yeah, I feel like someone who's butting heads with you, you peg them as, oh my gosh, you're disorganized, you're chaotic, and this is who you are. That's not who I am. Okay? And so in July, I feel like this person is finally going to understand that they are the chaotic ones. They are the ones whose life is in shambles. And so, therefore, they will make peace with you based on that, by admitting the fact that there's something wrong with them. Okay, that's a message for some of you. Now, another message coming through that I'm getting is that I feel like there's a client you've had, or someone you've been working hard with. You've been butting heads either with a client or a co-worker or business partners or something like this. And you're going to maybe like walk away from them or something. And their stuff is going to fall apart. It's going to fall apart because you decided to remove yourself, and this is going to teach them a lesson. And the lesson they're going to learn is that they're sloppy, and they need to stop butting heads with people who are trying to help them, like you, pile 4. And they're going to want to reconcile with you because they're going to realize, oh my gosh, I need help. I shouldn't be arguing with and butting heads with a professional who knows what they're doing when I'm the one who needs help. I need to get out of the way and let pile 4 do their job, or let pile 4 get this thing done, or pile 4's ideas are not so horrible that I need to be clashing up against them. Who am I? They're going to be humbled, pile 4. Someone's going to be humbled and realize that they need to be working with you in harmony. And so they're going to reconcile with you based on these lessons that they learned. Remember I said, this is not going to be one of those things where a reconciliation where they're going to be like, well, this is just how it is. So, you're just going to have to take it or leave it. So, and then you're going to reconcile with someone who is acting up and didn't learn their lesson. No, you're going to be reconciling with someone in July, pile 4, who is going to learn their lesson, that they need you, that they suck, that they're not that great, and that you bring some things to the table that they need to respect and make space for. Okay, this could be a relationship, this could be business, this could be a friendship, platonic, it could be romantic, I don't know. Okay, so that just applies to your situation as it fits. Next we have peace. Oh, who doesn't love some peace, right? Wow, you're gonna find your soul tribe, Pal 4, in July. Your soul tribe is gonna be connecting with you. They're gonna be people who get it, who get you, get what you're about. This could be in the business realm, I'm getting, or maybe your clients, and there's just gonna be so much harmony. There's gonna be a flow, right? There's gonna be flow when it comes to the clients that are sticking with you, or the businesses that are sticking with you, or your family even. They're gonna be like, we get Power 4. We want to fall in line with what Power 4 is doing because we get it. If there's some things you put into action, or some mechanisms or strategies you put into place, these people, your soul tribe, they're gonna be like, yep, we want to work with it. We know how you think. We get it. You're looking out for our benefit. You're really great at this, and we want to harmonize with you. So I'm getting like a flow when it comes to like a group of people, harmoniousness when it comes to a group of people who want you. They want what you bring to the table. They want how you behave. They want your strategies. They want your nurturing. They want your practicality. They want your resourcefulness. Okay? You're going to be valued, and they're going to put you on a pedestal and be at peace with you. Okay? That's good news coming for you in July. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to the best advice for you. And the way we're going to approach this is I'm going to pull on 3 challenges that you're going to be dealing with in July, and get the best advice for you on how to deal with those particular challenges. Be right back. Challenge number 1 is the Ace of Swords. So I feel like something confusing is going to be happening in July 2026. You're going to be confused by something. Maybe there's going to be misinformation. Someone's going to give you some information, but it's not going to be right information. Or perhaps you're going to be thinking very clearly about something, or wanting to create mental clarity around something, or separate yourself from something. Something confusing, something chaotic, something that makes no sense. Okay? The challenge is going to be surrounding this. The truth, clarity, some type of breakthrough. Maybe you realize something in July, Power 4, and you'll be wanting to sort of implement what you have learned, and there'll be some kind of challenge with this. Let's get your advice, and that will give us more information. Your best advice. We have Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion, right? But I talked about you having truth. Some type of challenge surrounding truth. So you would have learned the truth about something, and it feels like you'll be having trouble. The challenge will be, how do you live according to your truth? Or how do you get others to accept the truth of your actions, or the fact that you separating yourself from something is the truth. That is what should happen. And you'll be encouraged by your spirit guides that truth is better than sticking with this fake nonsense, or this confusing nonsense, or this misinformed nonsense, or person, or situation. Truth is always better. Live according to your truth. Live according to the truth. This is what will serve you better in the end. Don't be tempted or lulled into accepting what is not truthful, or accepting delusional things or delusional people. Don't be fooled into that. Okay, hold your ground, hold steady when it comes to either sharing the truth with this person. Hold to your truth and be like, no. Maybe it's a client that's trying to tell you something about something, and you're like, maybe they're saying, maybe you're a trainer, you're someone who helps people lose weight, and they're like, no, I want to be able to do this. I think what I've read and I've heard is, if I continue to do this, then I'll be okay. But they've not been having success, and you keep trying to tell them, listen, this is how it should be done. And maybe you try to work with them, and you said, all right, we'll phase this out, but you cannot have this ultimately, because it's going to get in the way of your results. And they're like trying to sort of like strong arm you into accepting their delusion that they will get where they need to get while continuing to eat certain things. And you're like, no fam, it's not going to work. And their success is your success. So Spirit is encouraging you to stand by the truth and not waver on this, Hey, try to help them phase it out, whatever. But stand your ground on this has to go, or you have to go, or this has to be this way, because that's just the reality of the situation. Your next piece of advice about this Ace of Swords is self. Yeah, prioritize yourself, fam. So I am seeing that this has to do with some type of situation that you have to separate yourself from a chaotic, misinformed, confusing or confused person or situation. You are the truth, Pile 4. So stick with that, okay? That's your advice, is don't be tempted to start second guessing yourself or something like this. Do not second guess yourself in July. Stick with the truth. Stick with your truth. Your second challenge is the Fool. You're starting something new. You're going to take some type of risk. Maybe you're considering taking some type of risk, or leaving the nest, or going off on an adventure, leaving something behind, an old chapter and starting a new chapter, maybe going on a trip. I'm definitely seeing something about leaving, doing something maybe you've never done before, or doing something risky, and all that. So let's get some advice about that challenge as it poses itself. Maybe you'll be uncertain or hesitant or something like this. We got, could you surrender just a bit more? You got a download, Power 4, telling you that this was the thing to do. That the thing for you to do is to leave this old chapter behind and take a risk and try something new. You got that download, and the spirit guides are asking you to surrender yourself to this a bit more. That's what you're going to need to hear in July. Okay? You're the seeker, the all-seeing eye, spirit, and release. You need to be released, Power 4. You either need to release yourself or release somebody. That is what you need to be doing. Do not second guess yourself. Do not, collect 200. Do not go to jail, whatever. Just go straight. Okay? Whatever. I don't know. Monopoly game analogy there. Pardon me. I don't know all the right terminology there, but you get what I'm saying. Next we have oh my gosh. Surrender and let go of control. We got Metal Monkey here. I think that Power 4, I feel like in July, there's going to be a situation that you're really considering would really be good for you to step into this new experience or to take this risk. But there's a part of you that's scared of it, or will be scared of it, because it's like you'll be out of control. It'll be something new information, new stuff. But spirit guides are urging you to go ahead and take that leap. Look, it's the same branch. Look, the owl's on the branch, and it's telling you, look, you're holding on to the branch there still. You kind of got one foot on the branch, got one paw on the branch, monkey's paw. So I'm getting, you need to let go, Power 4. In July 4, 2026, there is some new experience that you need to completely surrender yourself to. Trust. If you were given a download, if you kind of got this feeling like you need to be doing this, go through with it. Let yourself let go and let yourself fall into the abyss. You will land just fine. Because whatever experiences you have after you've let go are meant to teach you something and are going to add some serious value to your life. Okay? Because sometimes it's important to let go of stale energy. Because it's not teaching you anything. It's not furthering your journey. It's not giving you more. The only way you can get more is to let more in. It's to let go, surrender control, and be in a brand new experience. Learning new things, understanding new things, dealing with new challenges. And I'm getting luck. The Fool's card brings along good luck. So the winds of change are upon you in July. Go ahead and just brave it. Get out there, Power 4. You're going to be lucky on this journey or this trip or this new chapter. Enjoy it and have more of a child's perspective, like a brand new, like you're just a kid starting out in life again. There's a thrill that comes with that. There is an enjoyment that comes with that. Get into that feeling. All right, your third challenge is the Magician. Okay. All right. So there's something you're trying to implement, something you're trying to manifest. Perhaps you are, maybe in July, maybe you've been dealing with someone who's been making you feel manipulated. That's one message. Another message is perhaps you want to take action on something. You want to be more confident about it. There's something you're trying to get done. You're still looking at it. You're going to be wondering in July, how do I do this? Should I go ahead and do it? Should I not? Should I take action? Should I not take action? Or how should I do this? or maybe you're dealing with someone who is been dealing with someone in the past who's been manipulating you. You're aware of it now. Someone who's, you know, maybe scamming you or something. I don't know. But let's see what the advice is. We got Osa, 18. When the heart screams, reasoning goes silent. Trust. Yeah. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. Your gut, your intuition, your heart is screaming something at you. Telling you, do it, do it, do it. Or something. Or, oh my gosh, this person's a scammer. This person's a scammer. This person's a scammer. Stop overthinking it and follow your instincts. Okay? That's what the advice for you in July is. A secret goal is in sight. Hang in there. Okay. I'm also getting that if it's do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't second guess yourself. Let go. Don't second guess yourself. So yeah, I just feel like there is a goal that you're shooting for. And, you know, you're being advised to keep that goal in sight. And keep your gumption, you know. Keep your instincts, all right? Keep your goal in mind. There's a goal you're trying to accomplish. That's really what it is. There's a goal you're trying to accomplish, and your heart is screaming out of desire, right? We got the red roses in the Magician's Garden, which signify desire for this thing, whatever it is, on this material plane. And, you know, it could be that your heart screaming for adventures in a foreign land, or your heart screaming for a new relationship, or your heart screaming for a new life, your heart screaming for a new job, a new career. I don't know what it is you're trying to manifest in July 2026, Power 4, but the advice is that you need to, this hesitation you might feel, think of your goal when you think of that hesitation. And I think you're being told, if your heart is screaming, I want this, do it. Okay? Do it. I feel like the theme here in July 2026 is that there is some sort of confusion that you need to get yourself away from, and a certain truth you need to embrace. A truth about yourself. Okay? And you're going to be doing that in July 2026. You're feeling called to. Okay, it's not about me telling you what to do. This is something you will be feeling, or that you are feeling right now anyway, and that you're going to be dealing with these energies in July. And also just being more of a risk taker, you know? That it's okay because you're protected by the divine. You're equipped, okay? As you take this plunge, this dive into the abyss, you know, or jump into this new chapter, or, you know, whatever it is, you're going to fly off into the unknown, you know. I'm getting that you have good instincts, you have good luck, you have good thinking, you're very intelligent, you have very good discernment, you can make good decisions, you're very intuitive, you have some resources backing you up. And I see also that you know how to do things. Okay, you're an action taker, and so you're well equipped to handle whatever new environment comes up, whatever new challenges come at you. You know, the concern over, will I be able to handle it with these new rules, this new situation that I'm not in control of? Will I be okay? It doesn't matter whether you're in control of those or not. You will be okay because what you have are innate. Right? It's not about where you are. It's about who you are. And you can put you in any situation, Power 4, and certain types of outcomes will be guaranteed because of who you are. So that is the advice I'm seeing here for you, Power 4. Embrace the truth, embrace yourself, and take that risk, because there are wonderful things in store for you if you take that risk. Let me pull a couple of cards, just a little extra, and see if you take this risk, what will be the outcome for you. Okay, let's see. Okay, guys, if Power 4 and takes action and chooses truth, then what will be the outcome for them? Okay, we'll go with that one too. In July 2026. Well, you're going to receive compensation of some type. You're going to get paid. Okay. There will definitely be some type of income for sure. Okay. I also feel like you may receive help or charity. You know, you will get support from others as you in this new place, this new endeavor of yours. Okay. Oh my gosh, we got the King of Pentacles. Wow. You're going to end up being very wealthy if you take this plunge, Pile 4. Okay. You're going to end up having a thriving business. I'm hearing the Midas touch. What you touch in this new place will turn into gold. Okay. I'm getting success, wealth, especially success in business anyway. Okay. You're going to have a sense of security. There's going to be abundance. This is going to be a reliable situation that you're going to be jumping into and taking a risk with. Okay. This person is going to be reliable, or the situation is going to be reliable. You may find a wealthy boss, employer who pays you well, pays you fairly. I'm getting that you may find a wealthy partner or romantic partner who is very generous with you. We got the 7 of Cups. You're going to have an abundance of choices to make. I feel like you're going to come out of a situation where maybe you don't have too many choices and you will have a lot of choices. You have a lot of options available to you. All of a sudden, it's just this whole plethora of options and opportunities will avail themselves to you. And yeah, just lots of choices and options. And you will succeed or successfully maybe make a choice that brings you financial support or just stability, right? A very stable person or stable situation that's not here today, gone tomorrow. Not that. It's going to be stable. It's going to pass the test of time. And also seeing being treated fairly, fair compensation. I'm getting money vibes on this one, Pop 4. I'm getting employment. And if that's not what it is, in July that you're considering wanting to take action on or take the plunge or whatever, then it could be a stable relationship with someone awaits you who is very stable, reliable, and who treats you fairly and gives and receives, gives as good as they get. So it's not going to be a one-sided thing. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, Pile 4, as far as what is the good news for you in July 2026 and what is the best advice for you in July 2026. I hope you enjoy this reading and enjoy this new format where we're looking into good news and looking into best advice. If you have enjoyed it, then please give me a thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comment section, or I would love to know more about your situation. We can chime in and join with other members of the community. If you find what I do here to be valuable and you enjoy it, and you would like to support me also, then one way you could do it is to subscribe. If you already subscribed, then I appreciate you mightily. Thank you so much for being a part of this community and being part of the soul tribe here at Diana's Magical Mermaid Tarot. And if you would like to know of an additional way to support me, then you can also hype this video. That's another way to do it. And you can also hype this video. You can go into the comment section and swipe at the top of the comment section to the right, I believe, and then hit the hype button. Additionally, you can join and become a member of this channel, and that will give you access to a library of members-only videos and early access to the videos that I post here on Wednesdays and Fridays. You will receive early access as much as I'm able to. Yeah, early access to the videos I post here on Wednesdays and Fridays. They can be ready on Monday, they can be ready a week early, and then you will have first dibs, first views, and you can leave your comments and I will reply to your comments first. Thank you very much for watching. Bring your energy here. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourself, okay? Bye.